Yours truly, PNC.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
Hi, I'm Agent Simon Servpro with CRSF. What is CRSF? We're the Cleanup and Restoration Special Forces.
Hoorah!
We're Servpro's first responders to your property's disaster. Admit it, you're no good at handling disaster alone. Like when you got dumped in high school by Janet Fillmore. She married 3-time world champion yodeler Jovan Bovic. With the Janet disaster, you didn't have a team. Now, you have a team. Elite Servpro operatives, highly trained in disaster cleanup and restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call Servpro.
At Schatz Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day. So you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Schatz Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
This is gonna be the best day ever. You got me looking so fresh. I can't get no better. Baby, I'm a T-Rex, ready to rumble, ready to flex. I'm the king of the jungle. Gonna be the best.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Well, it's a beautiful night here in Mandan, North Dakota, as the Mandan Braves, for the first time since 2006, get set to host a home playoff game here at the Starion Sports Complex. Hi, good evening, football fans. Scott Woodmansey alongside Chuck Claremont. Glad to have you aboard this morning for quarterfinal action in the state Class A, the 11-2A high school football playoffs. West Fargo has made their way into the I was going to say the capital city, but we're not in the capital city, are we, Chuck? Because they made their way to Mandan to take on the number 2 ranked Mandan Braves. And Chuck, boy, I tell you what, the Mandan Braves have had a good run this season. You look at the playoff record of the Braves or the teams in the playoffs. Mandan 4-1 on the other side. West Fargo 1-5, but nonetheless, it's a whole new season right now.
Yeah, it is. Anything can happen. Hey, Century they're playing West Fargo Cheyenne. And they're saying, hey, 8-1. Anything can happen. And I'm sure the Packers are thinking the same thing. And we'll get into it more tonight. But man, they are just devastated with injuries for West Fargo. So Mandan, to me, comes in heavy favorites. Number 2 in the final poll, the coaches poll or the media poll. Actually, number 3 in the QRF. But because they beat Shanley, they moved up to number 2, and that's why they're 2 ranked. But I think this is one of Mandan's better best teams they've had in a while. Maybe go back to 2011, Scott, when I know that's a year that some of the Mandan Braves want to forget, at least in the playoffs when they lost in that last-second field goal to the Demons to get to the state championship. So this is a Braves team. Hey, they don't remember 2011. We might as media guys. But ultimately, I think this Braves team, they got a shot to get to the Dakota Bowl, which they've never been in before.
Yeah, and Chuck, you talk about that poll. As folks can see, there's our the final poll of the season. Cheyenne at 1, Mandan 2, Shanley 3, Legacy 4, and Davies at 5. And then there you see the 11A side is Red River and South 1 and 2. Jamestown Valley City 3 and 4, and North at 5. Receiving votes, Grand Forks Central on the A side, and Minot on the AA side. But, Chuck, we both know that final poll right there, that means absolutely nothing as we get this time of the year.
Yeah, and it means nothing in that ultimately it's really meant nothing all year with this QRF coming into it. But these teams, you get to the playoffs, and there's teams that are different. There's coaches that they bring new things in, new plays in, new format, new formats,
new life.
Exactly. I'm thinking new positions, new whatever. But ultimately, the coaches, some just get into the playoffs, and they are really good playoff coaches. Some might not be. And that's what kind of the beauty of these high school playoffs. And some kids, hey, they're really good under the lights. Some aren't quite so good under the lights, and that's what makes high school sports so exciting.
Well, Chuck, you talked about that QRF as well, and some may ask, the way that thing ended up. Well, Shanley was the number 2 in the QRF, and Mandan was number 3. Well, Mandan is the 2 seed, or Mandan is the 2 seed, and Shanley is the 3 seed. But I still can't explain to anybody how this thing works, but obviously the obvious factor there, what weighed into that was the win Mandan had over Fargo Shanley right here at the Starion Sports Complex.
And the same thing with Minot, or with Davies, with Legacy beating Davies the last game of the season. Legacy then, even though they were lower in the QRF, they ended up moving and getting a home field playoff game, moved up to 4 in the jumped over them because of that head-to-head matchup. And some of the people I was reading saying, is that a new thing? I didn't read that before in early QRFs. Is that something that the North Dakota guys came in and just changed at the end? Well, I don't care what they did. It was the right thing to do.
There's no question about it.
So no matter what happened with it, to me the result and how the playoffs are laid out right now, I think it's laid out accurately.
Yep, there's no question about it. As certainly we've got the 8 teams selected, and the way that looks right now, let's take a look at the bracket. As some games have gone underway, as you will see there, Century is at Cheyenne, the 1 versus 8. Legacy and Davies doing battle as they're just underway over in the capital city. Of course, Mandan and West Fargo, we'll have that for you right here on the PSP network. And then Shanley and Minot underway, Chuck, and I think you've got an update on that Shanley-Minot game, do you not?
Yeah,
as you can find that one as well on the PSP network.
Yeah, it's actually just started the second quarter, 11 minutes and 37 seconds. took a left in the first half, and it's 21-0 Shanley already. They came out last week and just blitzkrieg St. Mary's in that first half, and they're doing the same tonight. They're going no-huddle offense, and holy cow, talk about coaches coming out with some new things, new formations. That's what I was thinking of, formations. Hello. Come the tournament time, and that's exactly what Coach Mattern did with Shanley. They broke it out last week against the Saints, and they're showing it tonight.
Well, you're listening to the Shields pregame show. Shields offers clothing, footwear, and gear for all your passions, from fishing to fashion. Shields dedicated to offering you the best retail experience. As our Shields pregame show rolls on with more from the Starry Sports Complex, we come back. We'll take a look inside the West Fargo Packers and the Mandan Braves. You're listening to 11 2A football playoff action right here on the PSP Network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kickoff. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Yeah, welcome back to the Starry Sports Complex. Scott Woodmansey alongside Chuck Claremont for quarterfinal football action on the 11-2A side. West Fargo in town to take on the Mandan Braves. And Chuck, lots of firsts going on in the Bismarck-Mandan area. We talked about the one tonight, Legacy hosting their first ever playoff game. Mandan over here hosting their first ever playoff game. Had a chance to talk with Todd Sheldon. And Todd, this is new to them. They couldn't even set the down markers right here tonight. So obviously it's been a long time since they've hosted one, and certainly this is the first one ever at the Starry Sports Complex.
Yeah, they've been in the playoffs the last 5 years, but they've been on the road. You know, where last year ultimately they went on the road or to Shanley, got beat in the quarterfinals 35-20. That was their first time in the play. The year before they got to the semis, but they played Davies on the road, and then they played Century on the road in the semis there. And so ultimately it's a Mandan team that, you know, hosting a game is new to them. That was a funny comment. And then I looked out at the markers, and okay, they were set up right, but I don't know where they maybe put them on the wrong area where they were supposed to be. But that just goes to show you that the inexperience, I guess, from people, not just the players, but even from the people setting up the field.
Yeah, and Chuck, and then you talk about, you know, these playoffs, and it's really kind of a tale of two teams. You look at the West Fargo Packers, a team that's got 6 state championships. The last one in 17, have been to the Dakota Bowl. You know, the Mandan Braves, they've been in the playoffs the last number of years, but they're just trying to make their first appearance and just, let's just say, get over that semifinal hump and give them a chance this year in Fargo at the Dakota Bowl.
You know, and what it takes is leadership, and they had that leadership in 2011. Devin Coyle was their quarterback. He was the guy who kind of led them to that position, got them there. And they've got guys this year for Mandan. They've got senior leaders. They've got Max Carlson, Lincoln Wiseman. They've got Tri Frank, Carson Jablonski, a whole host of guys on the line that are all seniors. So to me, it takes senior leadership to get to the level of a championship, a state championship. And not to say they haven't had it before, but obviously that's been one of the things that maybe that hasn't pushed them through in previous years. So they haven't made it to a Dakota Bowl. And you know, ultimately, I think this is a Mandan team that has the character of a team made up that can get back there. And then West Fargo, man, you mentioned them, Scott. They are just, legendary. Coach Jay Gibson, he's got 6 state championships you talked about under his belt, and obviously for the Packers. And they've gone, up and down a number of seasons, but ultimately it's a West Fargo team that's, year in and year out. They just very well coached. Coach Jay Gibson, and when you get a guy like him in the playoffs, we touched on that.
Well,
anything can happen. Talk about pulling stuff out of your hat.
Well, and you look too, Chuck, at what West Fargo's done this year, and it's not very often where you see a team win a game 7-6 and then lose a game 7-6. They beat Century 7-6 in game number 1, and then in game number 3, Legacy, they lose 7-6 to Legacy. So certainly, and then we talked about in the open about just what they've done against the playoff teams. 1-5, that only win against Century. Yep. Mandan 4-1. Does that play into something like this? No, but certainly it's something that you got to point out and certainly talk about.
Yeah, it is. And one thing with West Fargo is one of the comments from Larry Lubin, who's helped us so much in terms of getting information for us. He sends a thing saying, "Hey, some of us thought West Fargo was in the WDA as West Fargo, and their schedule this year." They played all these WDA teams. I think what was so ironic is, you're playing these guys this year that usually you maybe get a chance to play once a year, but they played Century, Bismarck High, Legacy, Mandan, St. Mary's. They played all these West Region teams for West Fargo this year. So it's definitely a different West Fargo team. And when we get more into some details, maybe after the next break, you'll find out that it's a West Fargo team that, to me, comes heavily undermatched into this game.
Well, the beauty about this, Chuck, is when you have other media covering games across the state, and you have folks across the state of North Dakota buckled down in their garage, got the PSP network on, and other forms of media on. We get a quick update as over in the capital city with 4:48 left in the first. Davies goes up 7-0 on a 40-yard touchdown run.
We're not at the grouse camp this week?
No, apparently not. Apparently we're
in the garage?
We're posted up in the garage, and
all right,
let's just say that, glad to have you aboard tonight on the PSP Network, as it should be a lot of fun. Reminder, you can catch Shanley and Minot on the PSP Network as well. And let's take a quick look as to what we've got coming up for you on the PSP Network tomorrow. We're going to have more high school football for you. It's going to be 9-man football as Grant County will travel to New Salem to take on the Holsteins. And then it'll be Dickinson Trinity taking on Velvet, Drake, Animus, Garrison. And we'll have both of those for you right here on the PSP Network. As our Shields pregame show rolls on with more, be sure to shop sporting goods, hunting, and fishing gear, clothing, and more at Shields of Minot and the Bismarck. We near our way to the opening kick. We come back. We'll take a look inside West Fargo and the Mandan Braves as you're listening to quarterfinal football action right here on the PSP Network.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Mandan Braves.
Welcome back to our Shields pregame show. Scott Woodmansey, Chuck Claremont with you at the Starring Sports Complex as we are going to lead ourselves right into another break as for our national anthem. And we come back again, we'll take a look inside the West Fargo Packers and the Mandan Braves. You're listening to quarterfinal football action right here on the PSP Network.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Welcome back to the Starring Sports Complex as we near the opening kick here between Mandan and West Fargo. Chuck, let's take a look at inside these two teams. First of all, for the West Fargo Packers, and I guess the one thing you talk about right now is they have been hit with the injury bug coming into this one.
Yeah, it's crazy as they got one of the best players in North Dakota in Josh Ballstead. Middle linebacker, record number of tackles the last couple years, led EDC both years, and he got hurt in the Fargo North game, hurt his knee, out for the season. So you talk about an impact player not playing for you. He is definitely one of them. Their other starting linebacker, Gavin Johnson, he got hurt in the Bismarck High game. He's out. He's trying to get back. They don't know. Riley Prochnow, another starting receiver, he got hurt in the Bismarck High game. He's out for the season. Max Fowl, you heard of him in the state football or state basketball, came off the bench for them. He was a starting D-back and running back. He got hurt. He's missed the last couple games. Game time decision when he hurt his groin. They don't know about him. And so we were talking to head coach Jay Gibson. He just said, holy cow, man, we look like a JV team. People walking out with all these guys, these starters that are down. I think, what did he mention? 4 D linemen, 4 linebackers, how many D-backs, running backs, offensive linemen, you name it. And so injury bug is really, really difficult right now for the Packers.
Well, yeah, then you got the Mandan Braves as the starting lineups are being introduced. We'll get to those shortly, Chuck. And Mandan, boy, I tell you, all you can say there is, what a run they've been on. Wiseman, Jablonski, Carlson, and a whole host of others. And they certainly want to hopefully keep this thing running for another three games.
When you talk about the leaders in the West region, Max Carlson, one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the West region. Carson Jablonski, one of the best, leading the West region in yards and reception, and one of the best receivers in the state. Lincoln Wiseman leading and rushing, one of the best running backs in the state. And Tri Frank, just an all-around player, strong safety, wide receiver, slot back, you name it. So you start with those 4 guys. I call them the Big Four from Mandan, and they fill in very nicely with a great offense and defensive line. And it's a Mandan team that they're fit for the playoffs, and I think they're super excited about how their season went and super excited about what can happen come playoff time, which is today.
Well, and we're about to find that out as the starting lineups being introduced on the field. They'll go first of all, Mandan won the toss. They're going to take the football to start. So West Fargo will go like this. Up front at nose tackle will be Dustin Hunsicker. He's 6'4", 280 and a senior. At one tackle will be Logan Moore, 6', 220 and a junior. The other tackle will be Jacob Bild. He's 6'1", 190 and a senior. At one end will be Connor Lamb, 5'11", 210 and a senior. And the other end will be Caleb Porter, 5'9", 185 and a senior. The linebacker, at one linebacker will be Tyler Porter. He's 5'8", 170 and a senior. And the other linebacker will be Cole Tiedemann. He's 5'10", 165 and a senior. At one corner will be Keaton McGregor. He's 6'1", 170 and a junior. And the other corner will be Leighton Hoffland. He's 6', 195 and a junior. The free safety will be Peyton McGregor, 5'9", 170 and a senior. And the strong safety will be Braxton Engie. He is 5'10", 160 and a senior. Their head coach in his 32nd year is Jay Gibson. For the Mandan Braves, they go like this. Up front will be Seth Gerhardt, 6'3", 285, and a senior. The guards, Owen Gress, 6', 270, and a senior. And Brady Bame, 6'2", 250, and a senior. At one tackle will be Caden Steele, 6'2", 230, and a senior. And the other tackle will be Hunter Corbin, 6'3", 225, and a junior. Karsten Hegney will be the tight end, 6'3", 180, and a senior. And the splitter will be Tri Frank, 6'1", 200, and a senior. The flanker will be Carson Jablonski, 6'1", 165, and a senior. At fullback will be Wyatt Peel, 6'3", 210, and a junior. And Lincoln Wiseman, 5'11", 195, and a senior. And the quarterback will be Max Carlson. He's 6'3", 210, and a senior. Their head coach in his 11th season is Todd Sheldon. Well, we're about ready to go as Jablonski will be deep along with Tri Frank. And they await the kick from Connor Hazelton.
Yeah, and one thing, too, with this West Fargo team, we haven't talked about him, but one of the best football-type kids in the state is free safety and wide receiver Peyton McGregor. This kid is absolutely electric, 5'9", 170. He can hit you. He can run by you. He can catch the football. Don't let this 5'9" size fool you. This kid is one of the best football players in the state of North Dakota.
And here's a kick. It's a short one. Going to be taken at the 22 to the 25, weaving through traffic down at the 30 on the return there for Mandan. That was Paxton Olhauser. So the Mandan Braves will start 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. I got to give a shout-out to Brennan Beater running the controls back in the PSP studios, and also Johnny Samuelson on the camera for you tonight. A beautiful night here in Mandan. Here come the Braves. They'll have it 1st and 10 as Carlson. He'll work out of the pistol, receiver split left and right. Wiseman, the lone back, slot to Carlson's right as well. Carlson barks out the signals. They hand off. Wiseman going right, breaks a tackle, and he's out across the 35, falls forward to the 36-yard line. So a good gain there on 1st down, Chuck, for the Mandan Braves. Jacob Bild on the stop there for the Packers.
And if you're a running football team like Mandan they love to run the football, and why not? One of the best football players and running backs in the state, and Wiseman. Give them the football first. You go off your studs, Gress and Caden Steele, and you pick up 5 yards on it. I mean, what a great way to start the football game.
Leading 7-0.
2nd down and 5 for the Braves. Same formation, this time slot to the left. Now they motion Jablonski. He stops, handoff. Wiseman comes to the near side, cuts back inside, 40, cuts back across the field, 45, midfield, look out. He's gone, 40, 35, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Mandan. Lincoln Wiseman gets him on the board on a 64-yard touchdown run, and Mandan rings the bell first.
Well, they went right the first time. This time they go left. They had their tight end on that left side. They went at Hegney and Corbin, and what a great cutback run by Lincoln Wiseman. Mandan over-pursued. Wiseman cut back, and he showed his speed, and there was nobody touching him once you got by the last defender at the 35-yard line. Lincoln Wiseman, 2 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown in 56 seconds.
Alex Wagner on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick up, and kick is good as Wiseman puts our cameraman Johnny Samuelson to work right away as he cut back, and turned it to the house. 11:04 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Mandan strikes first. They lead at 7-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
Well, Lincoln Wiseman from 64 yards out, and Mandan leads 7-0. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network. Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Jersey Mike's. Make sure to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. And Wagner will kick it away. McGregor stands back to receive. And that one's going to get kicked. Oh, he's going to put that one in the end zone. And that was actually Scary back there to receive. So out come the West Fargo Packers. Up front, it'll be 40 at center. Lamb and Moore are the guards. McCray Braun and Connor Lamb, the tackles. Tony Leal, the tight end. Keaton McGregor, the split end. Peyton McGregor, the slot. And Jack Stewart will be the halfback. Tyler Porter will be the tailback. And Cole Tiedemann, the 5'10", 165-pound senior, will be the quarterback for the West Fargo Packers. So the Packers come out. 1st and 10 from their own 20 as Tiedemann, not really big, as he works out of the pistol as well. Now they motion, and we're going to have a flag.
Well, it's got to be motion if official threw it, whether it was.
Full start, offense, number 22, 5-yard penalty.
Well, and that was number 88 in there, Chuck, for that was
Well, they had
Jack Stewart in there for.
They actually had Hofflin. They had Stewart starting, but it looks like Hofflin was in there. I see 22 in there now. Both Hofflin's our leading rusher. Not sure how they put Stewart as a starter, but ultimately it is Hofflin. He's the one who just stepped forward, got a little excited.
So they got a first penalty, puts it back to 1st and 15 as they motion Jack Stewart. They hand off going left. Ooh, boy. And Hofflin is absolutely blown up by Revan Davenport. And that's going to be another loss, as that was a violent collision.
Yeah, Davenport replaced Wiseman once Wiseman got hurt on that inside linebacker, that weak linebacker spot. He blitzed, open spot in the C spot, and just absolutely drilled Hoffland.
Second down and 19 now, as now they motion left to right, back to pass. Tiedemann, he throws it across the middle, and you got a man out there, and it's going to be incomplete at the 35. The intended receiver there was Peyton McGregor. And so it'll be 3rd and long now for the Packers.
Almost came up with an unbelievable catch as he ran a backside post, and the ball was just a little bit thrown in too much in front of Peyton McGregor, but that just shows how good of a football player this kid is. We didn't think he was going to get anywhere near that.
Nope.
He took some quick steps, and he almost caught it.
So 3rd down and 19. Ball spotted on the Packer 11-yard line. Tiedemann back to pass. He's looking across the middle again. He's got McGregor, and it's going to be incomplete, broken up at the 29-yard line. And on the coverage there, that was Rustin Medenwald. And Medenwall, so that will be a punt situation, and back to punt it will be Braden Nygaard for the Packers. Jablonski at midfield.
Deja vu there, ran the same play. I think Coach Jay Gibson said, hey, we had him open, let's try it again, and good play by Medenwald, the cornerback from the backside, getting in there with that left hand and knocking it away.
Here's a low snap. Nygaard goes down and gets it, and he got away a good kick. It's going to roll. Jablonski's going to take it on the run, juke and jive down the far sideline, and he's going to pick up a few as he's going to bounce out of bounds at about the 39-yard line of the Packers. So it'll be good field position for Mandan. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located in South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in Marketplace Foods Plaza for all your packing and shipping needs.
Well, just a 28-yard punt. He's lucky to get that. The ball was a low snap, as you said that, Scott, and luckily it kind of hit it end over end because it gained about 13 yards once it hit the ground.
So here comes Max Carlson again on 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line of the Packers. Out of the pistol, they hand off. Wiseman coming left, sets up his blockers, stutter steps, now jukes to the outside. He's at the 30, breaks a tackle, 25. And he's ridden down there at the 23-yard line. Gavin Johnson on the stop there for the Packers. So good gain on 1st down, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, it's good to hear Gavin Johnson's name because he's the one who had been hurt earlier, came in. But the bad news is same play they ran for a touchdown. This time Wiseman didn't cut it back, but, man, he had a huge hole in that left side and picked up another 17 yards and a 1st down.
So it's been the Lincoln Wiseman show here thus far in the opening early going with 9:40 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Mandan leads 7-0. There's a misdirection play, and that's Wyatt Peel on the carry over the left side. He gets it. They're going to give him a gain on 1. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 now for the Mandan Braves.
He lines up on that slot formation, goes in motion, comes around behind the quarterback, and then he gets that handoff, that inside handoff, and Peel is getting more and more carries. You know, you think he had 2 carries about 3 games ago, and now he's got 13 for just 57. But he is, you know, he's a change-up guy, 6'3", 210, big, strong football dude. Stuck his head down, picked up a couple yards.
Frank goes wide right. Jablonski left to the short side. Now they motion Frank Carlson out of the pistol. They hand off Wiseman. He bounces, trying to get the outside, cuts back inside. Flag's going to come out, and he's going to be short of the 15-yard line.
Well, I can tell you the official's going to have to hurt. He's going to have to ice that arm because the flag came flying in from the sideline guy, and he threw it all the way to the middle of the field.
Was it the sideline guy? No, I thought it was the back judge.
I don't know.
That was the back judge.
The ball they came flying in from about 20 yards away.
Offense number 7.
And they're going to call. What they call a holding by Tri Frank?
They called a block on the back by Tri Frank. So they're going to bring that one all the way back to the 32-yard line. So it will be 2nd down. Well, it's not 9, so it's going to be about 19.
Yeah, it's on the 32-yard line. They got to get down to the 13 for a first down. So 19 yards.
Yep, so 2nd down and 19 as Max Carlson, the senior quarterback, receiver split wide left. That's Frank. Short far side is Jablonski. They're going to throw a fly to Jablonski on the right side. Beats his man and out of bounds. He goes at the 5-yard line as he beat his defender there. And so Mandan is inside the Servpro red zone. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Servpro. Mandan will have it 1st and goal to go.
Well, 23-yard pickup and just a fly route down that right side and the sidelines, and a perfect throw by Max Carlson because they had him bracketed. They had somebody underneath, and then over the top was Keaton McGregor, the cornerback, and just a perfect throw on that sidelines to an all-stater, Carson Jablonski.
1st down and goal to go from the 9-yard line. Ball spotted on the right hash. Rolling out, Carlson throws corner of the end zone. He's got Frank. Oh, he overthrows him in the end zone. Good coverage there, and here comes a flag, and they're going wow.
I think it's just face guarding probably, Scott, because it looked like it was Keaton McGregor guarding him, and that was a play Mandan scored against Shanley. If you remember back, the same thing is everybody was on that right side. The only guy lined up to the left was Tri Frank. He put that foot in the ground like he was going to run a slant, cut back out to the outside, and he was wide open. It took the quarterback, Carlson, a little bit too long to throw it, but ultimately he drew a flag, and it's going to be 1st and goal.
Another update, Fargo Davies converts again, and they go for 2 and get it, and they lead 15-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
And it's 21-7. Shanley leads Minot scores, and it's 1:51 left in that first half.
So 1st and goal to go for the Braves. They spotted at the 4-yard line. Bunch formation to Carlson's right. They hand off Wiseman going right. He's got room, cuts back inside, leans forward, and over the goal line, touchdown, Lincoln Wiseman from 4 yards out, and he's got 2 touchdowns thus far on the evening.
Yeah, it was a 5-yarder. They pulled Owen Gress, the guard. He led the interference on that right side, and then it was a one-on-one between Lincoln Wiseman and the cornerback, and he did the rest on his own. His 2nd touchdown of the game. 5-yard run by Lincoln Wiseman.
So Wagner comes on to attempt the extra point for the Braves. Ryder Pugh will hold it. Oh, and that one gets blocked.
Extra point is blocked.
And then West Fargo tried to return it. So the extra point is blocked. And so Mandan will extend their lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard to 13-0. 8:07 to go, opening quarter to play. It's all Mandan. Back with more from the Starring Sports Complex on the PSP Network after this timeout.
Are you moving?
your business, or your home. Across the town or across the country, we know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Well, tonight's game brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. They've been proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years with the largest laser tag playground in the region, mouth-watering pizza and wings, and the 30-inch galactic pizzas. They're out of this world. Call and order now, 852-1700. Planet Pizza is out of this world. And we're going to get a return from the 20, angling towards the near side. That's McGregor, 30, bounce outside, 35, look out, 40. 45, he's at midfield, still on the move, down the near sideline, and he's deep into Mandan territory. He is down to the 27-yard line, and on the stop there for Mandan, that was Rustin Medenwald.
62-yard return, and you can't kick it to that guy. I mean, he is electric is the word I used earlier, and that showed what he is right there. As he took it at about the 11-yard line on almost out of bounds on the right side, came all the way across the field, showed his speed, great blocking by the kickoff return team, and thankfully Medenwald was able to push him out of bounds, but not until he got a 62-yard return.
So the Packers have some life as they have it in Mandan territory. 1st and 10 from the Braves. We'll call it the 27-yard line as Tiedemann, the quarterback, now they motion Jack Stewart right to left. They hand off, going to the right side and upended there. That's Hoffland, and that's going to be a gain of they're going to give him a gain of 2 down to the 25. Tri Frank makes a stop there for the Mandan Braves.
You talk about a great form tackle on the off-tackle play as Tri Frank comes up from a strong safety spot. He made a perfect form tackle, went down low on the below the knees and flipped up Hoffland for just a short gain.
7:30 or 7:25 to go, opening quarter. Mandan leads 13-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Out of the shotgun is Tiedemann. Tiedemann hands off. Hoffland straight up the middle, and he's going to get a couple. Owen Gress there makes a stop.
Owen Gress, that right defensive tackle, playing both ways. 6 foot, 270 pounds, kind of defeated his block and was able to get in there and force Hoffland to run inside. Just a short game to play, but just this Mandan defense, Bame, Gress up front, those guys are tough to run against. Two-year starters for the Braves.
3rd down and 6 now for the Packers. They send receivers left and right out of the gun. We'll go Tiedemann. Hoffland, the lone back. Tiedemann keeps it. He goes left and cuts it up the middle, and he's going to appear to be short of the first down as they spot at the 19. He had to get beyond the 18-yard line, so it will be a 4th.
Hunter Corbett.
Yeah, they're going to spot it. Boy, they're going to spot it closer to the 20, Chuck.
Yeah, now they move it up. They had to adjust it. Then move back to the 19, so 4-yard pickup. And Tiedemann, that was just a quarterback run all the way. He won load option on that left side. Hunter Corbin kind of peeled back from his defensive end and pulled him down from behind, but no question Jay Gibson's going to be going for that one.
Brady Medina brings the play in from head coach Jay Gibson. Here is a 4th down and 2 to go. And actually Medina is going to be the quarterback, and now we got a flag. Boy, this guy's 3 for 3 back there.
And Coach Gibson, he'll rotate easy for me to say, these guys on occasion. And what a horrible call on a 4th down play is you're going to get a motion.
No, there was a delay of game.
Oh, I didn't see that, really.
Yeah, it was a delay of game.
Ouch.
That's one you certainly do not want to have.
Yeah, Coach Gibson will say that one's on me. 3rd penalty, foul with a 5-yard variety.
Packers go twins right, single receiver to the far side of the field. Scary goes in motion. Back to pass Medina. He throws it across the middle and appears going to be picked off. Is it?
Yep.
Yes, it is.
By number 19,
Mendenwall is the interception, and so the Mandan defense comes up big, and the Packers turn it over deep in Mandan territory with 5:47 to go here in the opening quarter play. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage.
Braves will start first and 10.
They probably have been helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at RogerWardMovingandStorage.com to schedule a move or to find a quote, Roger Ward Moving and Storage.
Good play by Mendenwald as he stepped in front. They love those backside posts to McGregor, and Mandan has been right there all 3 times. All Mendenwald is the guy who made the play.
Mandan has it first and 10 from their own 10-yard line. Carlson again out of the pistol. Receiver split wide left and wide right. Here's Carlson looking left, now rolling to his right. He sets, and now he's just going to throw it out of bounds. As coming back was Jablonski, and that's good coverage in that secondary there by the West Fargo Packers.
I think they might call an ineligible man upfield, as there was one guy about a yard in front of the 10-yard line, and the official threw it late. But when the quarterback rolled out, possibly that was the call. Is smart play by Max Carlson. He rolls out to his right and saw nobody open. He just threw out of bounds. See what the call is.
Ineligible receiver downfield on the offense, number 77.
Yeah. Good job, man.
That's referee bingo. Right there.
Hey, I was waiting for that one because I think it's been a long time since I've seen the ineligible receiver downfield, but you're right.
I was watching it's the right call, but the right tackle, I think, he might have been a yard ahead of the 10, Scott. And maybe the only reason he got called is you're on the 10. You know exactly what yard line, he was on. So right call by the official.
So now it'll be second down and 10 as Carlson again works out of the pistol. They motion Peel from right to left. They hand off. Wiseman coming left, cuts back across the grain, and he runs into traffic there and dives across the 15 out to the 16-yard line. Goes Lincoln Wiseman, so that'll bring up third down. And what do we give him, a gain of 6 there? Third down, gain of 5, 3rd and 5 for the Braves?
Yeah, so I'm finding out. They must have declined the penalty. Had to have, because it was second and 10.
Yep.
And so, I was confused about what the heck was going on there. So, second and 10, the play, and just keep giving the ball to Wiseman, right? He's getting 5 yards of crack. They're going off tackle, right, left. This line is just absolutely open up huge holes.
Clock winds down to 4:58 to go, opening quarter. They fake it to Wiseman, backside pressure. Carlson throws out. He's got Jablonski, and he caught 45. He's at midfield, and it is an official foot race. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Jablonski to the house, and Mandan tacks on 6 more.
Well,
oh boy.
Well, 85 yards to the house, and that's Max Carlson looking at me on his birthday and said, hey, hand off to Lincoln Wiseman. Take that one, Chaz. 85 yards and a fly pattern on that right side, and when he got behind the first guy, that was the cornerback Peyton McGregor, the free safety, tried to come over and help, but you had a wide open field, and it was a foot race. And when you talk about foot race and Jablonski, you ain't catching him. 85 big yards, including about 50 a run after the catch.
And Wagner on to attempt the extra point. Out of the hold of Ryder Peel. Snap, hold, kick up, and the kick is good. Tack on 7 more, and with 4:43 to go in the opening quarter to play, it's all Mandan on the BNC Bank scoreboard. They lead 20-0. Back with more on the PSB Network after this timeout.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Well, an 85-yard pitch and catch from Carlson to Jablonski, and the extra point by Wagner, and Mandan leads this one 20-0 with 4:43 to go here in the opening quarter play from the Starion Sports Complex as Wagner set to kick it away.
Think they're going to kick it to McGregor?
Well, I think looks like they got Medina back there too now. And this is going to be Scary from the 15, 20. He's got some speed, 25. And he's going to be rattled down there at the 29-yard line. And that's where the Packers will take over. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air has over 25 years of experience. As your heating and air experts, as a factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal, there's no other choice to seal your heating and air game other than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com. As here come the Packers now.
Yeah, and we talked about this. This is not the same Packer team that lost in the championship last year. They have lost some big dudes when you look at that. Hagerly, Nelson, Jancy, Schuster, Cepeda, Gressler. I mean, they're talking about some all-staters that the Packers lost.
Handoff over the right side. That goes to Hofflin, and Hofflin gets across the 35 out to the
Devin Church on the stop. For the
and they're going to spot it at the 36-yard line. Sorry, Chuck, go ahead.
That's all right. Free safety Church came in on that one, and ultimately that's the best first down play they've had all day. So 6 yards, a little bit of positivity there for the Packers.
Yep. So to bring up a 2nd down and 4 to go for the Packers. Tiedemann. No, they got Medina in at quarterback now. Hofflin trying to get to the edge. He turns it upfield. He's got the first down and falls forward for more. And he's going to get it out to the 45, and they'll move the change.
Yeah, we'll give him 9 yards on that one. It's got good blocking by Tony Leal and McCray Braun on that outside. You got to seal the corner if you're going to free up your running back, and Hoffman was able to get to the outside.
Hey, how about this comment? Like listening to Madden and Summerall.
Okay.
Guess who's Madden?
I don't know.
Not
who.
me.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
The
First
color
down
guy?
and 10 from the 44. They hand off Hofflin, and he's going to be stopped for a little gain.
The Packers staying on the ground. I mean, they're down 20-0, and obviously you're not going to panic. You're going to try to establish something on the offense, since you have not done that yet. Last possession was that interception as they were driving after the great kickoff return, but good position right here now, almost at midfield.
So at quarterback is Brady Medina. He works out of the pistol. Medina's got receivers left and right. They hand off Hofflin coming right, and he's going to be blown up, and may have lost a yard there. Nope, they're going to say it's no gain. And Basons was in there Beauchamps. There we go.
Zach Beauchamps, 5'10", 185-pound senior. Mandan's blitzing these linebackers, Scott. They are daring the West Fargo Packers to throw the football, and that run blitz worked. As Beauchamps got in, he hit him hard, and then he was hit by 2 or 3 other Mandan Braves. Bruised up. Hofflin, the halfback, right there in that play.
Got to give a shout-out to the folks up in Beulah. Listen to this one. They got a big one tomorrow. Good luck to the Miners as they take on Shiloh Christian. As here we go on a 3rd down and 7 now. Medina back to pass. He's looking right. He's got a man out there, and it's Scurry. He goes up, and it's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there by Frank. And folks, this Scurry, Ian Scurry, 5'6", 115-pound freshman. But, boy, I tell you what, he's a competitor.
He is absolutely a competitor, and he tried to go up high to get that ball. It was overthrown a little bit and almost caught it, and then he got body slammed. It looked like it was Frank and his little brother. And his little, just grabbed him and violently threw him to the ground.
So on to kick it away is Braden Nygaard. High kick. Jablonski is going to it's going to be short. So he'll just let it roll, and it's going to be down at the 28-yard line, and that's where Mandan will take over. Reminder to stay tuned for our intermission report, brought to you by Premier Chiropractic, Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry Dowmery can be found at PremierChiropracticND.com, as we will try to update you with other scores as we're able to. Oh, there it is. That's become the hot song now, hasn't it? Huh? Isn't that your Mets? 21-7, Chuck, at the break out in Fargo. Shanley leads Minot High. Here's Carlson on 1st down. Carlson, he reads it. He's going to keep it. Going right, cuts back inside, and he's going to be up to the 35-yard line. As good read there by Max Carlson. So it'll be 2nd and short for the Mandan Braves.
Yeah, good run by Carlson as he faked that handoff inside to Wiseman, then went around to the outside, cut back inside, and I think Coach Todd Shelb's probably saying, get down, right? You picked up your yardage, go down. But Max Carlson, this 6'3", 210-pound senior, he is a tough kid. When you're a little brother and you got 2 stud older brothers, Jake Carlson and Dane Carlson, who played quarterback for this Mandan team, hey, you're a tough kid.
So it'll be second down, and they're going to call second down and 3 from the 35-yard line. 1:17 to go here in the opening quarter of play. Handoff, Wiseman coming left, cuts inside. He's at the 40, cuts to the sideline, turns the corner at the 45, and he's up near midfield and run out of bounds right at the midfield stripe. Nifty run there by Lincoln Wiseman. Move the chains. It'll be first down for the Mandan Braves.
Yeah, what a great jump cut, and that was actually in the open space as just kind of a nice little jump out of the way on the left side. One guy was diving down with his legs, picked up another 15 yards after that one. They're going to say he did step out of bounds at the 50, so still 15 yards for Wiseman. Scott, 6 carries. He's got a $111 already, and we're in the first quarter.
This time they send 2 receivers to the high side of the field. That's Jablonski in the slot. Frank split wide right. And they hand off Wiseman, and he's not going to go anywhere as the Packers were not fooled there, led by Connor Lamb. Also in there was Tyler Porter as well for the Packers. That's going to be a loss of 3. They're going to bring it back to the 47-yard line, so it'll be second down and 13 for the Mandan Braves.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a read option. If it was the wrong read by the quarterback, Carlson, because there was nobody on that right side. He tried to bounce it back to his left, and there was nobody there either. So good play up front by the bigs of the Packers, forcing a loss on the play.
30 seconds to go here in the opening quarter as Carlson. They hand out Wyatt Peel. He stutter steps his way right behind his center, Seth Gerhardt, and he's back into Packer territory down to the 48-yard line. So now that'll bring up a third down and 8 to go for Mandan.
Hunter Evans, the freshman, Scott, is we were talking to Coach Jay Gibson. He said, I got to play a couple freshmen. Yeah, that tells you how deep we are.
That'll be the last play of the opening quarter as 1 quarter in the books here from the Starion Sports Complex on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Mandan 20, West Fargo 0. Back with quarter number 2 after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Well, welcome back to Mandan and the Starion Sports Complex as we turn towards quarter number 2 as Mandan leading this one 20-0. As we flop sides of the field, and the Braves will be faced with a third down and 8 from the 48-yard line as Carlson out of the pistol. Now they motion Frank, and Carlson hands off Wiseman coming right, and Wiseman's going to be across the 45 down to the 44-yard line.
So here's a story, Scott. Tackled by Isaac Nianabo, and Coach Jay Gibson was saying, here's a kid who quit last year midway through the season. They talked him into coming back out. He was a running back. It shows how short they are. He comes to practice last week and on Monday, and the defensive line coach says, hey, come over with me. That's Tuesday. I'm sorry. So Tuesday he practices at defensive line. Now he's starting, or now he's getting minutes. That just shows the lack of depth.
And Mandan's going to go for it on 4th down and 4. Carlson, 2 receivers to the short side, single receiver to his left. They hand up Peel, and wow. And Peel is not going to go anywhere. That was an interesting play call there on 4th down.
It looked like a Minnesota Viking call.
Yeah,
back in the day.
That happens at U.S. Bank Stadium right there.
Not this year.
No.
But yeah, it's an inside handoff to Peel, Scott. How many times have we heard the Vikings inside handoff on 3rd and 7? They pick up 1.
That'll bring up 4th down, a punt situation for the Vikings.
Exactly.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. We offer free consultations and financing options that make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Call 852-2646 or visit mynotbraces.com today to get started with a free virtual consultation. Prestwich Orthodontics. and passes incomplete to the far sideline. Goes at the 30 or at the 45-yard line.
Jablonski on the coverage.
Peyton McGregor, the intended receiver. That will stop the clock with 11:06 to go. Glad to have you aboard on the PSP Network. Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey, John Samuelson running the camera, and Brandon Beater, the executive director, back in the PSP Network studios as the Packers come out on 2nd down and 10. Twin receivers to Medina's right. Now they motion Scary from right to left. Medina looks left, fires, caught. Oh, picked off by Peel at the 45. He fights his way to the 40, still on his feet. They can't bring him down, and now they drive him backwards to the 40, and Wyatt Peel, right place, right time, and he's got a defensive interception there for the Mandan Braves.
Another slant trying to get the ball somehow to Peyton McGregor, but Mandan is all over it. 5 might as well be in an orange jersey because Mandan they are double covering, triple covering Peyton McGregor and tried to stuff it in there, but Wyatt Peel, a great drop from that linebacker spot, got in front of it, pulled in the interception.
Another update from across the Big Muddy. Minute 46 left to go in the second. Davies 22, Legacy 0. Another 30-yard touchdown run. And now here comes, they hand off Wiseman on the sweep, and Wiseman breaks the tackle, tries to get to the edge. And, boy, he ran a long ways to get a couple yards there. Nyanabo makes a stop there for the Packers.
Yeah,
Brady Medina.
I think it's Nyanabo.
Is it Nyanabo?
Yeah, but it's N-Y-E-N-A-B-O. So Nyanabo, another tackle. Wiseman almost bounced it outside, turned the corner, but great play by the newly inserted defensive end.
BNC National Bank, your life is busy. We'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online, bnc.bank. Mandan on a 2nd down and 8 from the 37 of the Packers. They hand off. Wiseman comes right, bounces off a tackle, falls forward, and he's down to the 33-yard line on the stop there. Nyanabo. How about that, huh?
You got it. Nyanabo
Isaac
again.
Nyanabo.
I mean, he's all over the field as limping off the field for the Packers is Caleb Porter, and they can't afford to lose him. He's one of
they cannot.
Their tackle leaders, actually their leading tackler on the team.
Clock winds, the 9:40 left to go here. 2nd quarter of play. Mandan on the move again as they have it 3rd down and 4 from the Packer 33-yard line. Bunch formation to the left of Carlson. Now they motion Jablonski out of that bunch. He turns upfield, back to pass Carlson. He's flushed, and he's on the move, and he gets rid of it, and it's going to be batted away at the 20-yard line. Pass intended for Wyatt Peel as Carlson was getting pressured from the backside and got rid of it just in time.
Yeah, Jablonski wanted it as he was going upfield, kind of a skinny post. Maybe was open, was in between the two man.
Was that Jablonski that was?
No, he was in the 2 damn deep zone, Scott. But that was the pass was to Peel, and Peel should have caught that.
Well, Peel just came into the ball game, so apparently I'm not sure who that was intended for. Maybe it was Hegney because it was a 4 on there.
It was 41. It was Hegney.
Yeah, it was Hegney who the tight end.
He got little alligator arms on that one.
So 4th down and 4 now for Mandan. They're going to go for it as they motion Frank. Here comes Wiseman, right, cuts back inside, spins off a tackle to 25, and he's got the 1st down and plenty more as he is down to the 24-yard line, and that'll be 1st down and 10 and a Mandan 1st down.
Yeah, they love that little toss play. Again, going to the right side, they pull Owen Gress, and Gress got a great kick-out block. They turned up field with Lincoln Wiseman and picked up that 1st down. I liked that they got him outside. Last time they had that inside handoff to Wyatt Peel, and this time they used the speed of Lincoln Wiseman to get that 1st down.
Hey, be sure to call Hub International Insurance today for all your personal and business insurance needs. Your local Hub agents, Josh Cattell, Michael Borman, 355-3100. 1st down and 10 for the Braves. They fake the handoff. Carlson's going to be swarmed up, and he's going to lose a yard. Nope, they're going to say it's a couple. They're going to spot it back at the 27-yard line.
I think it was Logan Moore who was in there. Scott, it really just kind of collapsed the pocket on the quarterback. It was Lamb, Logan Moore, and no place for the quarterback to go, and he wisely just tucked it under, and he'll take a loss of a few.
Oh, how about this one at halftime from West Fargo Cheyenne? Century 14, Cheyenne 0.
We talked about that. Hey, one thing that Century is they're big up front.
Yep.
And if they can stop that run of the Cheyenne Mustangs, and that's exactly what they're doing. Good for the Patriots.
Yeah, they motion Peel. Now they hand off Wiseman. He's got a hole, 20. Eludes a tackle, and he's tripped up at the 15, and it's going to be a first down as he's down to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, he's so quick to hit the hole down in the field as somebody for West Fargo. But that's just the hard thing about Wiseman. He's 195, Scott. He's got speed, but he also has power as he ran through a couple runners there to get that first down.
Chuck, and we got an injured Packer down on the field here, and that's one thing that Jay Gibson does not want to see. We cannot get a number on him as they tend to the injured Packer. We'll take a timeout on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 7:51 to play. Mandan 20, West Fargo 0. You're listening to the 11 two-way quarterfinal playoff action right here on the PSP Network.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state.
Well, if you're head coach Jay Gibson, that's not what you want to see when your starting left tackle is helped off the field, and that is the senior Jacob Bild. So
he's walking off under his own power. That's good.
Yep.
He's just walking really small steps.
So it'll be first down and 10 as Mandan has entered the Servpro red zone, 24/7 emergency service. Here come the Braves, bunch formation to the right. Wiseman, the lone back. Carlson out of the pistol. They hand off Carlson, or Wiseman coming right, bounces the outside. He's at the 10, puts his head down, and he's going to be driven backwards, and they're going to keep the clock going as Wiseman gets up.
He didn't want to go out of bounds. He tried to cut back inside as just a short side run. That play they've run about 7 times now. Gress is going to be, and Gress, he's pulled so much. He's got as many steps in as Lincoln Wiseman does.
Well, Chuck, there's some folks listening down in Fargo as they're loading for getting their tailgate ready for you tomorrow to make your way down to the Fargo Dome.
For me, okay. All right. I don't think I'm going to make it, Scott.
Shout out to those folks down in Fargo as here's Mandan with a second down and 6 to go. Peel goes in motion. Carlson hands off Wiseman. Wiseman trying to get to the edge. Jukes and jives, cuts back across the field, now heads upfield. And he's near the goal line, and he's going to be stopped just shy at about the 2-yard line. So Mandan knocking on the door again. It'll bring up a third down and 2 to go. Or third down and, I'm sorry. No, that's a Mandan first down. I stand corrected. First and goal to go for Mandan.
8-yard pickup, and they said, you know what, Owen, you take a break. We're going to have Brady Bame pull on the left side. And so it's just right side toss, left side toss, and they are just churning up yards. Another 8 yards and a first down. 152 yards on 14 carries for Wiseman.
So Mandan in the Servpro red zone. Trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Servpro. Carlson, who do you think is going to get it? 21? Yep, he gets it straight up the middle, and touchdown at number 3 for Lincoln Wiseman.
Went out on a limb on that one, did you? Jeez.
Rolled the dice there, Charlie. Rolled the dice.
Inside a handoff to Wiseman. Goes over the Brady Bame, Seth Gerhardt, and Hunter Corbin. And as you mentioned, his third touchdown. The first was 64. The second was 5. This one's the 2-yard touchdown plunge for Lincoln Wiseman.
So it is all Mandan here at the Starion Sports Complex as they've extended their lead to 26-0. Wagner on to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Ryder Peel. Snap, hold, kick up, and the kick is good. 6:08 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. In quarter number 2, Mandan 27, West Fargo 0. Back with more from the Starion Sports Complex after this timeout on the PSP Network.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Well, Lincoln Wiseman's got the hat trick here tonight for the Mandan Braves. As Chuck said, he's got one from 64, one from 4, and one from 2. And Mandan leads at 27-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. As we updated you last report, it's 22-0 at halftime over in Bismarck at the MB Resources Community Bowl.
Yep.
And Century was leading the number 1 seed, Cheyenne, 14-0 at half in Cheyenne.
And then Minot trailed Shanley 21-7 in Fargo. That was at the halftime. I haven't got an update. I don't know if you have.
We also got some 11A action going on. We'll try to get that to you. Here's a return from the 10, 15, 20. That's McGregor angling towards the sideline, trying to get the edge. Here comes a flag, and McGregor up the far sideline. He's quickly out to the 40-yard line. But hold the phone as we got
15 got tackled.
Did he?
Yeah, he got tackled from the backside. It was Revan Davenport. He looked up like
I was watching the ball and I looked kind of out of the corner of my eye. It looked like there was a wrestling match going on over here.
He couldn't believe it. Officials right there though, all over it. But good return again.
Holding number 27 on the return team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down.
It's still going to be decent field position because the spot was at the 38-yard line. So 28, not horrible. Let's see if the Packers can do something before half. They got 2 interceptions and 2 punts on their 4 possessions, 1 first down, and 25 yards of offense.
So it'll be first down and 10 for the Packers from their own 27-yard line. They go twins to the right. Out of the shotgun is quarterback Brady Medina. Medina hands off and straight up the middle on the carry. I couldn't see who that was. That Scary or Porter? Oh, it's Porter.
Yep.
Tyler Porter on the carry. Jablonski makes a stop there for Mandan, but a good gain on first down. That'll be second down and 6 for the Packers.
Yeah, Porter, 50 carries, 136 yards. Good wrestler for the Packers. Gave him the football, and he's found a little bit of a crease right in the middle by your senior third-year starter, Carson Forty.
So Brady Medina, the 6', 180-pound junior quarterback, he hands off, and that's going to be Porter again as he goes straight up the middle, and he's going to be about a yard short as he's across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. On the stop there was Tucker Horner. Is that right?
No, right here, sorry.
Where are you at, Seth?
Leland, help me out here. Desolettes.
Desolettes?
Desolette or Desolé, I think that's.
Desolettes. So third down and short. Medina out of the gun. Mandan shows blitz. Here they come. They hand off over the right side, and not getting that one is Tyler Porter. He's going to be stopped short, and what will Jay Gibson elect to do here with 4.5 to go here in the opening half, deep in his own territory?
Wyatt Peel came in and made the big stop, as well as Brady Bame, that left tackle, so the nose tackle.
Chuck, do we think Tiedemann may have got hurt, or
I don't know. I'm trying to. I'll see if I can find him on the sidelines.
Yeah. So here we go. It'll be fourth down and short for the Packers from their own 36-yard line. And we're going to have a Hub International Insurance timeout on the field. Hub is a leading North American insurance brokerage. Call them today at 355-3100. 4:09 left to go, opening half of play on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Mandan 27, West Fargo 0. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before. But that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
About 9 minutes left in the third down in Fargo at Fargo Shanley. They lead at 28-7 over the Magi. Here we go. We got a 4th and 1 here. They motion. Medina. He's going to keep it back to pass. They throw a slant pattern, and it's going to be backed away, and that's Jablonski, the intended receiver there for the West Fargo Packers. That was Keaton McGregor, and the Mandan defense stiffens, and they're going to have it with great field position from the Packer 36-yard line.
Yeah, nice pass breakup and a man-to-man coverage on that backside. The backside slant, they had good blocking up front. Quarterback threw a perfect pass, but what a play by Jablonski, the cornerback, that got left hand in there and knocked it away.
Late in the first quarter.
Patriots 14 over West Fargo Cheyenne at halftime.
I just announced it here.
Oh, there come the oohs and ahs there.
0 at halftime.
Number 1 ranked, number 1 QRF, Cheyenne.
Here's Carlson. Now they motion Jablonski from right to left, do the Braves. They hand off Wiseman. He's straight up the middle, and he gets down to the 29-yard line. Nope, I'm sorry, the 31-yard line.
Wiseman on the carry.
Tyler Porter makes the stop.
There'd be no hurry, as Mandan's got all kinds of timeouts. In a perfect scenario for them, they'd be crossing the goal line at when the horn sounds at the end of this first half. So probably going to be content to put it in the ground. But now, just as I say that, they'll probably come out and throw it.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5 to go. 3.5 to play here in the opening half of play. Carlson, receivers left and right. Now they motion Peel left to right. Handoff. Wiseman coming right, cuts inside, 30. And he goes head-to-head with a Packer defender. And he's going to be short of, I believe, the first down by a yard. And that was Wrigley Gunderson.
Well, he came up and just lowered his shoulder and met Wiseman right at the stick, and good play by Gunderson bringing him down. Great kick-out block by Owen Gress.
So 3rd down and 1 to go. Carlson hands off Peel. Peel over the left side. He fights his way. I believe he's got the first down, according to the spot on the far sideline.
Yeah, not by much.
Nope.
Stewart made the play, Scott. Yeah, right, just kind of put his head down. And they actually, they moved the ball back about a half a yard, but still got to the 26-yard line. All he had to do was pick up 1 yard to get that first down, and he did.
Mandan leads 27-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 2.5 to go here. Reminder coming up, we'll have our Premier Chiropractic intermission report. As Mandan trying to punch another one in, the Packers will get the ball coming out at halftime as Carlson again. Slot to the right, that's Peel. Twin receivers to Carlson's left. They hand off. Wiseman coming right, cuts inside, and bulls his way out down to the 20-yard line.
I think it was Jace Johnson who spelled Lincoln Wiseman.
Oh, was? Okay, I'm sorry.
He came in and went to that short side of the field. Gress pulled again.
Jace Johnson, 23 carries for 70 yards, 2 touchdowns on the season, the 165-pound junior running back, giving Wiseman a breather.
You might see him a lot in the second half.
Yep, and it appears he's going to stay in the ball game here, as it'll bring up a 2nd down and 4 to go after that gain of 6 by Johnson. Carlson, bubble screen. They got, here's Frank. Nope, on the move.
Complete to number 17, Paxton Olhauser.
That's Olhauser. Paxton Olhauser that on the reception that time off the screen.
Bubble screen. Olhauser was lined up in the slot. They got him the football on the outside. Was Medenwald made a good block. Just going to be short of the first down, but I like the play. But those aren't the guys you're seeing make. Usually it's Frank or Jablonski running that screen.
Yet?
No, Frank, they haven't thrown to him.
As clock winds, do 1 minute to play. 3rd down and 1 to go. Johnson coming right, cuts inside. Johnson nearing the goal line. Oh, ball comes out. It's poked away, and the Packers appear to have recovered.
He got hit at the 2-yard line, and that's not the way you want to come into the. You come in and you give up a fumble. He was flying and made a great play. It picked up 15 yards down to the 2, and then the ball somehow squirted loose into the end zone and was recovered by the Packers.
Well, great play there by the Packers defense as Mandan was on their way to adding 7 more on. So with 47 seconds to play, the Packers, I'm sure, will be pretty deliberate here.
Yeah, that's just bad ball control right there.
So Medina comes out on 1st down and 10, deep in his own territory. They motion Scary. Medina rolling right, sets, throws it, and it's going to be caught on the far sideline, and that is caught by
Medina. Complete to number 86.
No,
complete to number 5.
That was Peyton McGregor, not number. Yeah. I couldn't.
It's dark over in that corner.
I could not see if that was. I know Scary was in the area.
Yeah, it's 8-yard pickup by McGregor, his first catch of the game.
So the Packers airing it out here deep in their own territory. Now they hand off over the right side. That is Tyler Porter.
Porter on the carry.
Yeah, trying to pick up that first down. Probably the last play. They'll stop the clock while they reset the chains, but I do not think they'll snap another one.
Nope, I do not. As they stop the clock, spot the ball. Oh, West Fargo quickly to the line.
Ooh.
So they're going to get one more playoff here.
Oh, I know.
Medina rolling to his left. Medina sets. He throws to the sideline, and it's going to be caught and out of bounds. On the reception is Keaton McGregor.
Nice throw. Just kind of lofted it over the underneath guy. That was Wyatt Peel, and then right into the arms of Keaton McGregor. So still another play. When you got Peyton McGregor on your team, I mean, I don't know how far this quarterback can throw it. I know Cole Tiedemann could because I've seen him at the end of the half, a touchdown to McGregor before.
So Medina, as all the quarterbacks have for a long time, have to run over to the sideline and get the play call from head coach Jay Gibson. Excuse me, as this will be, for all intents and purposes, last play, as they're going to hand off a sweep to Scary. He's trying to get to the edge. Oh, it breaks one tackle. Scary headed to the sideline and run out of bounds at the 50 at midfield, and that's going to end the opening half here from the Starion Sports Complex in Mandan. As we go to break on the BNC Bank scoreboard, it's Mandan 27, West Fargo 0. We come back, we'll have our Premier Chiropractic intermission report. You're listening to quarterfinal football action on the PSP Network.
Hi, I'm Agent Simon Servpro with CRSF. What is CRSF? We're the Cleanup and Restoration Special Forces.
Hoorah!
We're Servpro's first responders to your property's disaster. Admit it, you're no good at handling disaster alone. Like when you got dumped in high school by Janet Fillmore. She married 3-time world champion yodeler Jovan Bovic. With the Janet disaster, you didn't have a team. Now, you have a team. Elite Servpro operatives, highly trained in disaster cleanup and restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call Servpro.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Well, welcome back to the Starion Sports Complex and our Premier Chiropractic Halftime Report, focused on improving the health of Minot and surrounding areas through the most cutting-edge advances in natural health care today. That's Premier Chiropractic. Well, let's give you some updates throughout the state. Update just in 2 minutes ago. In the third quarter, Century has extended their lead over the number 1 seed, West Fargo Cheyenne, 20-0.
How much time in the third?
It doesn't say. Also, Shanley's extended their lead with about 7 minutes left in the third. They lead Minot 35-7. In other action across the state, we've got the 11A playoffs going on. Fargo South hosting Dickinson. Valley City playing host to Fargo North. Jamestown and Grand Forks Central. That's in that's at Jamestown, and Red River and Wahpeton going at it as well. We did have some updates on that. This was about 10 minutes ago. Late in the first, as South was leading Dickinson 14-0. And what else can we give you? Also, Jamestown. This was about 12 minutes ago. Jamestown leads that one 22-7. That was the end of the first quarter, so they're into the second quarter there. And last report, it was still Legacy over
Davies over Legacy.
Davies over Legacy. So
I think, was that 22-0?
22-0. So some updates there for you. And the surprise?
That was just in the third quarter for the Davies score. And that was, I don't know if it's an upset, that was a battle, 4 playing 5. And so that was going to be, we thought that'd be a close game all the way. And, Legacy wins in Davies. And now you think they come home and, hey, we've got a home field advantage. And, boy, Davies is showing that they are a very high-quality football game as there are 3 touchdowns up there. But, yeah, that Century game, 20-0. If there was an upset, that's the one we had talked about. Because of the size, potentially, anything can happen. Century's, they're a team that, hey, every year they've been in the playoffs.
Somebody asked me today, Chuck, as they said, what do you think about the Century and Cheyenne game? And I said, you know what? Right now, after seeing what Century has done, is I would not want to play them right now because it seems they've been playing better football towards the end of the season, and they get into the postseason. You never know. And right now, they're showing it right now as they are handing it right to the Mustangs from West Fargo Cheyenne.
The difficulty if you're the Mustangs is they do not throw the football. They are a run, and more run offense, and so Century's going to put them in a position to have to potentially throw the football in this second half. Who knows? But this first half has been it's been all Mandan.
It certainly has. Also, action tomorrow in the 11B side, Kindred will host Central Cass, and Beulah will host Shiloh Christian in the upper bracket. Those will be a 1 o'clock and a 2 o'clock start. And then Velva Drake, Animus Garrison will host Dickinson Trinity. You can hear that on the PSP Network. And Hillsboro Central Valley will take on Oaks. That will be in Hillsboro. On the 9B side, it will be Lemoore Litchfield Marion playing host to Surrey. And Cavalier will play host to Mayport CG in the top bracket. A game we'll have on the PSP Network for you. The Holsteins and the Grant County Flash will do battle at 2. And North Prairie and West Hope Newburgh will be at 2 o'clock. And that will be in the 9B. As our Premier Chiropractic halftime report rolls on, we come back. Chuck Claremont will have a look at the first half individual and team numbers. At the break on the BNC Bank scoreboard, it's Mandan 27, West Fargo 0. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Well, welcome back to the Starring Sports Complex as we are at the break as Mandan leads this one 27-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. And for a look at the first half individual and team numbers, here's Chuck Claremont.
All right, thanks, Scott. For the Packers, this will be a quick one. Leading them in the rushing is Leighton Hofflin, 6 carries for 21 yards. Cole Tiedemann, who started the game and played 2 series, and then he went out. He has 1 carry for 4 yards. Tyler Porter has 4 for 11. And then Scary to end the first half has 1 carry for 6 yards. Throwing, Cole Tiedemann 0 for 2 for Brady Medina, who came in after Tiedemann went out. He's 2 for, let's see, actually it's 2 for 7. He's 2 for 7 in the first half for 21 yards, and he has 2 interceptions for Brady Medina. The 2 catches, one went to Peyton McGregor for 8 yards, then Keaton McGregor has 1 for 13 yards. That's the total for the West Fargo Packers. For the Mandan Braves, it was a Lincoln Wiseman show in the first half. 17 carries, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns, a 64-yarder, a 5-yarder, and a 2-yarder. So Lincoln Wiseman now has 1,500 yards in the season and 17 touchdowns, so he's absolutely rolling right now. For the Braves, Wyatt Peel, 4 carries for 8 yards. Max Carlson, the quarterback, 1 for 7. Jace Johnson has 2 for 21, but he does have a fumble. Max Carlson, the quarterback, 3 for 4, 111 yards, including an 85-yard touchdown throw to Carson Jablonski. Jablonski has 2 catches for 108 yards, and he obviously caught that 85-yard touchdown. The only other guy who caught the football was Paxton Olhauser. He has 1 catch for 3 yards. Team stats, 27 rushes, 199 for Mandan, 12 for 42 yards for the Packers. 3 completions for 111 yards for Mandan, 2 completions for 21. So total plays, 31 for 310 yards for the Braves. That's 10 yards a average per play for Mandan. That's going to get it done. For the Packers, 21 for 63. That's 3 yards per play. 1 fumble, as we mentioned, by Jace Johnson. By Mandan at the 2-yard line, went into the end zone, recovered by the Packers for a touchback. The Braves have not punted. 2 punts for the Packers for just under 30 yards a kick. 1 penalty for Mandan for 10 yards, 3 for the Packers for 15. 8 first downs for Mandan versus 3 for the Packers. Sacks, Packers do have 1 sack on Carlson, and then 2 interceptions. Mendenwald has an interception, as does Wyatt Peel in that first half. And we're at the half. It's 27-0. Let me give you some of the scoring plays, too, as Mandan, they got the football immediately. They said, hey, we won the toss. We want the ball. They go out. They go 2 plays and 69 yards, a 64-yard TD run by Lincoln Wiseman. That was 11:04 in the first half. Wegner makes the kick, making it 7-0. They stop him on just a 3-and-out for the Packers. Mandan gets the ball back on the 40-yard line, and this time it took 4 plays. They go 2 minutes. They get 3 first downs, and it's Wiseman again, this time a 5-yard TD run. The kick was actually blocked by Wegner. That made it 13-0 at the 8-minute mark. And, well, they weren't done yet. As the very next possession, it was an interception by Rustin Mendenwald. That was at the 10-yard line. So the Braves take over at their 10, and just 3 plays this time. It was about a 40-yard pass from Carlson to Jablonski. Then he ran about 50 yards on his own, or 45, let's just say. He goes 85 yards in for the touchdown. That was 3 plays, 1 minute, and they go 90 yards. That was the kick was good by Wegner. That made it 20-0 at the quarter, and the Braves again took them a couple more possessions. As the next one they got stopped on downs, and in their next possession they go 39 yards on 9 plays in 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Pick up 3 first downs, and it's Wiseman again. This time a 2-yard run. He goes in from the 20 or for the 2 yards out, making it 27-0. And it could have been 35, but Johnson on the very next possession, he fumbles on the 2-yard line into the end zone. So we're at halftime. 27-0, Braves lead it.
Well, Chuck, an update. 20 late in the third quarter, 4:30 left. Cheyenne scored, got the 2, and they trail now 20-8.
And now we're late in the third quarter?
Yep.
Yeah, that's. They're going to make it close. Century has not scored in the fourth quarter this year.
Ooh.
How about that?
Okay.
That's not a good stat to talk about, I know.
Well, as both teams have made their way out, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Premier Chiropractic halftime report. Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Darmers can be found at Premier Chiropractic ND.com.
20-0. Excuse me, Cheyenne, West Fargo Cheyenne. Davies leads.
As now they're giving the update on that. Also, we want to tell you tonight's game brought to you in part by Jersey Mike's. Make sure to vote for this week's Jersey Mike's Player of the Week on the PSP Network Facebook page. Jersey Mike's is a sub above. Thanks to our friends at Jersey Mike's. Well, as Mandan will kick it off here to start.
So one thing to note, there is a running clock. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's 30. I think it might be 32.
I think it's 30.
30, okay.
30 or something like that in the second half. Yep, that is correct. As
Even in the playoffs.
Yep. Wagner's going to kick it away as the boot. It's going to be short, taken by McGregor at the 10, 15, 20. Stops, reverses his field, and he's going to be wrestled down back. They're going to spot him right at the 20. Here comes a flag.
I don't know if that's taunting or something, as it's a big tackle. Anderson made the tackle for Mandan, and the flag came after the play, so it was a dead ball flag.
We'll see what the call is here.
Maybe. Trying to get the number, I think the official is.
After the play, personal foul, number 31, Mandan. 15 yards added to the end of the kick.
So personal foul there.
That was on the guy who made the tackle, Trevor Anderson. So
yeah, he must have
gave him the business.
Yeah, BNC National Bank with locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. BNC National Bank provides you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit BNC Bank online today at BNC.bank. Here's Medina on first down and 10 from his own 35-yard line. They motion Stewart. Medina, nope, hands off. Coming to the near side. That's Porter. Oh, ball comes out, and it's loose, and Mandan indicating they got the football. And we'll see. The indication is yes, they do.
Well, you got Peel with the strip.
That was Hoffman, I'm sorry, on the carry. That was Hoffman.
But the strip was by Peel, and Peel also recovered the fumble, so what a play for Wyatt Peel as a quick turnaround after good field position for the Braves.
Well, and certainly not how you wanted to start if you're Jay Gibson on the West Fargo Packers, as Mandan's going to have it now. First and 10 from the Packer 35-yard line, leading this one 27-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Just underway, third quarter, as Carlson comes out, and Carlson's going to go under center. Wiseman dots. He's the lone back to pass. Carlson throws it across. He threw it right into the hands of the West Fargo Packer defender on the interception there. That was Gavin Johnson as Carlson threw it right to him.
Yeah, that was. He could not have seen Gavin Johnson because he went under center, took 2 steps, threw it like he was going to throw an in pattern or a little skinny post, and threw it. Gavin Johnson hit him right in the numbers.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by the UPS store located in South Broadway in Minot. Is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in Marketplace Foods Plaza. For all of your packing and shipping needs, it is the UPS store. So now,
you take it, give it away. Right?
Yep. Here's Medina back to pass. Medina looking across the middle. He's got a man out there. And here comes a flag. Yep. As the intended receiver was Keaton McGregor. It falls incomplete at the 46. But it's going to be pass interference against the Braves, and an injured Brave is on the field.
It's Medenwald.
Pass interference, number 19.
And he's down too. He's holding that ankle. See if he can kind of get up. This is a tough kid, boy. Oh, he's limping off. But stepped in front just a little bit early. They are going to that backside route time and time again, Scott. And Medenwald he's been perfect timing in the past, and this time he just got his hand in there just a little bit early.
Yep, and that brings in Paxton Olhauser as he will go out to that right cornerback spot. So first down and 10 for the Packers from their own 48-yard line. Medina back to pass. He's looking far sideline. He's got a man out there. Caught McGregor and out of bounds at the 40 on the reception. That's Keaton McGregor.
Yeah, it's that same play. Just kind of lofts it over Wyatt Peel and perfectly fell into the arms of Keaton McGregor, and he pushed out of bounds immediately. But Another first down, back-to-back first downs.
And I forgot to look, Chuck, to see if Tiedemann was playing defense because he started on defense too as well. So we'll try to catch that. But here the Packers have it 1st and 10 from the Mandan 40-yard line. Back to pass is Medina. Medina throws it out to the near side. It's going to be caught turning upfield at the 35 and brought down at the 34-yard line. That's Jesse Ramirez. And he's going to have a good gain there on first down. So it'll be a 2nd down and 4 to go for the Packers. 10:55 to play, 3rd quarter on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 27-0 Mandan leading this one.
Yeah, just a simple route, lined up on that right side. Receiver or the defender was about 8 yards off him and just got it to him, and a little playmaking action for Ramirez.
Handoff goes to Leighton Hoffland, and Hoffland's going to lose a yard back to the 34. McCoy Keller makes the stop there for Mandan, so that'll bring up a 3rd and 4 now for the Packers. They trail 27-0 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Medina works out of the gun. He's got trips to his left. Low snap. Medina steps up, throws it across the middle. That's going to be caught by Peyton McGregor, and he snapped that one right out of the air. And he's going to be brought down at the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Quarterback's getting a little bit of time now. He's getting into a little bit of rhythm as Medina. Inside receiver Peyton McGregor, another post action. This time he hit through a little high, but McGregor, the athlete he is, he went high, got it, and pulled it down for a 12-yard gain.
So the Packers nearing the Servpro red zone on first down and 10 from the 22-yard line. Medina throws it out, caught, breaking a tackle, heading in towards the goal line. Into the end zone is Keaton McGregor, and the Packers are on the board.
Well, that's a big turnaround as the Packers go 67 yards on that one in 5 plays, and inside receiver was Keaton McGregor again. They have just attacking those inside receivers, and a missed tackle by the corner. I think it was a corner. It might have been Church who stepped in and missed the tackle, and then into the end zone waltzed Keaton McGregor. So great start by the Packers.
And Hazelton, the kick is blocked.
It's the 7th kick blocked by Mandan this year.
Yep, so Hazelton's kick is blocked. And so with 9:35 to go in quarter number 3 on the BNC Bank scoreboard, Mandan 27, Packers 6. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Well, a reminder to stay tuned. After tonight's game, we will have our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads postgame report. Planning team financial advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your postgame headquarters, order online at shotscrossroads.com, and make sure that order includes the famous number 99. So the Packers will kick it away as Hazelton tees it up, and awaiting his kick is Carson Jablonski as he roams around. They're going to squiv kick it, and it's going to be picked up at the 25-30 and angling towards the middle of the field on the return there.
That's the return, brought down by number 5, Peyton McGregor.
That was Nolan Johnson on the return, and Peyton McGregor with the stop. So the Braves will take over. They lead it 27-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 9:15 left to go. We have not received any more updates as of yet, but when we do, we will certainly try to get those across to you.
Well, the last 6 passes in a row by Medina were completed, so he's on a roll. Mannon's got to answer.
Carlson hands off. Wiseman coming left, cuts back inside, breaking tackles across the 35. Dragon tacklers out near the 40, and he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And the way they do that is establish the run again in this second half. And what do? You give it to your stud, Lincoln Wiseman. I think that's one of the things, too, is if you're coach, your hope was you were going to get to rest some guys right now, and now, you know, 3 touchdowns, anything can happen, especially how West Fargo scored so quickly. So you got to get everybody in here. You got to establish the run again, and you got to get back on the board.
42-7 with 11 minutes left in the fourth. Shanley leading Minot High.
It's 42-14 now.
Okay, 42-14.
3:43 left in the game's running clock.
Okay, there's Wiseman. He hips and hops his way over the right side, and
it's a good call. It's exactly what he did. He's got that jump cut.
41. Wow, that's a jump cut, a hip hop.
That's all the above, right?
You name it, he's got it all. That's going to be enough for a Mandan first down as they spotted at the 41 of the Mandan Braves. Clock winds to 8:10 to play, third quarter.
Rushing in and out of the huddle.
Ooh, there was a miscommunication. Ooh, and he shovels it out to Peel, and Peel turns up field, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 45, and Carlson made something out of nothing there.
I couldn't tell if he was trying to hand it off to Wiseman, because he didn't. He kept it.
Mandan looks a little sloppy here,
Yeah,
Chuck,
exactly. Then he got hit, and I don't know if the defender didn't realize he had the football, because then he just turned and took it and like two-handed shoveled it over to Wyatt Peel, who was standing at the 40-yard line, and he got a good yardage on that shuffle play.
Start of the fourth quarter. Century leads. They have the ball. They lead 20-8 over Cheyenne. Here's a 2nd down and 5 from the 46-yard line of the Braves. Wiseman handoff, and Wiseman spins off one tackle and fights his way out near midfield, making the initial stop. But Porter was there, but the initial stop was Connor Lamb. But Porter came up and finished him off, so it'll be 3rd down. And we'll call it 3 to go for the Braves. Also, we'll have our Jobbers Moving and Storage Move of the Game is sponsored by Jobbers Moving and Storage. They can help, Jobbers can help you move across town or across the country. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. 3rd down and 3 for the Braves. They motion Olhauser. They hand off Wiseman going right, cuts back inside, hit initially, dives forward.
No.
He's going to be short of the 1st down.
That's the first time I saw Lincoln not read his guard. As Owen Gress pulled, he turned to the outside, and as a running back, you got to read those hips. And when he turns the outside, you got to keep your arm right on him and follow him. And Gress, he turned outside, and there was nobody outside. Instead, he cut back inside where there was a host of white jerseys, pulled him down short of that 1st down.
Well, the Braves are going to roll the dice here from midfield on a 4th down and 2. They split 2 receivers to the high side, single receiver to the near side. Oh, and that bad snap. Carlson goes back and gets it. He gets it out in the flat. It's caught. Jablonski, he's making something happen. He's got the 1st down and more as he's out of bounds at the 44-yard line. And what a play there by Carlson. You get it to your playmaker, let him create, and he certainly did on that one.
Do you think he didn't have his eye on the football as it kind of went by and he wasn't paying attention? And then what a great heads-up play, and just calm, right? Picked it up. He had the rush on him, didn't rush it, turned, found Jablonski, threw a perfect strike to Jablonski, and then he juked out one defender and picked up that 1st down.
So Mandan on a 4th and 2 on a broken play picks up a 1st down. They have it 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line of the Packers. They lead 27-6 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 6.5 to go in quarter number 3. Jablonski comes in motion. They hand off Wiseman. Wiseman cuts back. Now he cuts to the outside again, spins, and he's corralled down at the 40-yard line. And on the stop there, that was
for the Packers.
32, Jack Gassett.
Yeah, Jack Gassett. They're playing everybody. As we talked to Jay beforehand, saying like, who's all going to play? And he said, everybody. He said, I mean, there's a good chance. And lots of Packers getting in right now, and Lincoln Wiseman still carrying the heavy load for him. He's got 22 carries now.
Well, Century gets picked off as they were driving, and now Cheyenne has it midfield with 10:49 left in the ball game. Mandan has it now, 1st down. Stand corrected, 2nd down and 4. Jablonski goes in motion. Carlson, play action. He throws Jablonski near side. Caught at the 20 and written down there, and that's going to be a 1st down. As they had Jablonski running that wheel route on the near side, and what a great throw there by the quarterback, Max Carlson.
Yeah, Carlson's got an arm, and they are just they're trying to have 2 guys over with with Jablonski, but he is just too good, Scott, and they're giving him room. They're afraid they're going to get ran by in that too-deep zone, and he just kind of settled once he got past into the flat, and a perfect strike by the quarterback. Happy birthday, by the way, to the quarterback, Max Carlson, 18th birthday.
Okay.
As he's having a good day today.
First down and 10 for the Braves from the 19 of the Packers. Carlson takes a snap, hands off Wiseman, goes left. No, he keeps it, throws it underneath. Caught Jablonski.
No.
And flag comes in.
I don't know where the flag throw. We couldn't see.
Nope, that was Frank who caught it.
Yeah, Frank was in the slot. Little settled. He settled about 10 yards upfield, just short of the first down. Caught the football, was brought down immediately, kind of spun around, but the officials are going to – it's going to be –
receiver downfield on the offense, number 51. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
I don't even know how that happens. The ball was thrown so fast as the quarterback rolled to his right. And, I mean, usually you give a little bit of a leeway, a couple yards for sure. And I'm not telling you it's not the right call. Just saying it happened really fast. So maybe maybe the lineman didn't realize it was a pass.
Penalty brings it back to the 29-yard line.
10-yard penalty, yep.
Carlson, hands off. No, he keeps it, throws it out in the flat. Jablonski's got one block out there. It makes one man. Nice spin move. He's at the 10, stiff arm at the 5. Drake's tacklers into the end zone. Are they going to say he was out of bounds? Nope, touchdown. Wow. What an electric move there by Carson Jablonski. And he goes 24 yards into the end zone for another Mandan touchdown.
Yeah, 24 yards. I guess that was a 5-yard penalty. And what a play. Catches it in the flat. And a big-time spin move, gets by one guy, puts that left arm, stiff arms another guy, and then just shows his strength as he carries another guy 5 yards into the end zone. What a night by Carson Jablonski. Fifth catch, 158.
24-yarder. Mandan late. Wagner on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 4:34 to go on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Quarter number 3, Mandan 34, West Fargo 6. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Well, 34-6. Mandan leads this one. Tonight's game brought to you in part as Mandan was in that Servpro red zone there. Brought to you in part by Roger Ward Moving and Storage. They've been proudly helping the region with their moving and storage needs since 1942. Find them online at RogerWardMovingAndStorage.com to schedule a move or to find a quote. Roger Ward Moving and Storage. A 24-yard touchdown pitch and catch from Carlson Jablonski.
That's a good answer for the Braves.
Just got an update that Century was picked off, and now they picked off Fargo Davies. About 10 minutes to go in that one. Here's a kick by Wagner, and it's going to be McGregor at the 10, 15, 20, 25, breaks 30. Look out, 35, spins off a tackle, ball's in the air.
Jeez.
And who's got it? That thing went way up in the air, Mandan indicating they have it.
I don't think so.
All are on the stop.
No, they're going to say they
West
got
Fargo
it.
recovers the ball.
Wow, that one went about 10 feet in the air, Scott.
Yeah, it did.
Fargo was lucky to get that one back.
As here come the Packers now.
Our buddy Rick Kuhn listening.
Oh, yeah.
Now, is he in the cabin? I'm going to guess he's sitting relaxed in the cabin somewhere.
I'm guessing he's got the slippers on.
You think so?
He's got the
fire going?
Yeah, he's got the chair pulled out a little bit, relaxing. Glad to have you aboard, my friend. As here we go. Here comes Medina. Play action. Medina throws it near sideline, and that's going to be caught. That's going to be Ramirez, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
I'm still looking for for Tiedemann, Scott.
Yeah, well, I don't. Yeah, I meant to look on the offense or the defensive side because they've got him at that linebacker spot. But I don't know if. Now it seems like
I don't see a one on the sideline, but
yeah.
At any rate, good throw by Medina. Is that?
Yep.
He's on fire. Another completion in a row. That's 7 in a row now for him.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 in Mandan territory. This time they hand off over the left side, and going nowhere is going to be Leighton Hoffland, the 6 foot, 195-pound junior. As
the big guys up front, Bame and Gress.
Yep. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 9 to go. Clock winds to 3:54 to play here in quarter number 3.
Hoffland, they really have had no running room. Hoffland 9 for 22. Guys up front have done such a good job. It's just this passing attack that's been kind of getting on track the second half.
Quick throw, Medina, ball's in the air. Ooh, that went through 1-2 Mandan defenders as they tried to find. Quick slant to Peyton McGregor. On the coverage was Devin Church.
It went through Devin Church's hands. He's got 1 interception on the season.
So it'll be 3rd down and 9.
Slant play again. That is their money play. The slot back slant. Watch the man-to-man on this outside with McGregor and Jablonski.
So 3rd down and 9. Here's Medina out of the gun, fakes it, sets, looks, throws across over the top, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Keaton McGregor. That was into double coverage. And so now that'll bring up a 4th down and 9.
But give credit to big number 51, Hunter Corbin. He's the one who got right in the face of Medina and just forced him to throw that ball high. Every time I say his name, I'm thinking of Funky Cold, right?
Yeah, I got a text message on that one saying, "Well, does it go with Funky Cold?" I'm like, no. So on to punt it away will be Braden Nygaard as the Packers not electing to go for it. Jablonski stands at his own 10-yard line and waits the Nygaard punt.
Fake.
Oh, they fake it, and they got it for it. 35-30, down 25-20, and they faked the punt on the fake. That was Caleb Porter on the fake, a direct snap to him.
Well, you had to think that was going to happen.
Yeah, you had to figure that was coming. Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
They were lined up 3 across. There's a flag now on the far outside, and it looks like it's coming back, big guy. And the hold, I was wondering how he got to the outside because it looked, I was going to say, what a great block on the outside, freeing him.
Yeah, it was a great block.
That's why, when you got a hold of him, some black and white jersey. But great call by Coach Gibson, and now they probably put the real punt team in.
Yep, now they're going to have to punt it away. Well, they don't have to, but, I mean, I don't think you want to give Mandan the ball in your own territory. But back to receive it is a dangerous return man in Carson Jablonski. Snap is okay. Oh, boy. And that's going to be a bad kick as it's going to go off the side of the foot, but it's going to take a Packer roll, and it's going to roll down to the 33-yard line.
Well, you got a 20-yard roll and a 22-yard punt. So that could have been a lot worse. Still good field position for Mandan, and this is where,
Braves will start 1st and 10.
I don't know. You go quick strike here in this one, Scott?
Well, I'm thinking you may try it. Reminder, contact your local hub agents, Josh Cattell or Michael Borman at 355-3100 for your personal and business insurance needs. Hub International Insurance, 4204 Boulder Ridge Road in Northwest Bismarck. So the Braves have it, 1st down and 10 from the 34-yard line of the Packers. Handoff. Wiseman breaks a tackle. Here comes a flag in, and that appears it might be a holding.
It's got to be a hold. As it went right in some of the middle guys, and I mean they're holding every play. And then he looks at 56, who's on the ground. He's like, huh?
Wiseman on the carry.
I blocked him down. I got him. That's called a pancake block, but official.
Oh,
that's why he was on the ground. No wonder.
The old chop block.
He was engaged in another defender, trying to go down, so many times on the backside when you try to do a cutoff block, you go down low to get in front of them. But if you don't allow your guard or your center to get off on that little slip block, The officials, good. I mean, these guys are, hey, you're not getting anything by these guys. They are right on top of it.
As the ball comes
that's
all
a
the way.
15-yard penalty too, Scott.
Yep, comes all the way back to the 19-yard line, and Mandan's got to get it out to past the 44 for a first down. So here we go. First down and a whole bunch for the Mandan Braves. Wiseman, the lone back, and here comes a flag, and here's a delay of game now against Mandan.
Jeez. Well, they only had one penalty for 10 yards in the first half. Now they just keep shooting themselves in the foot here as they've got, now it's 5 penalties for 50 yards.
Cheyenne on the move. They've got the ball 4th and 7 on the Century 20 with 7 minutes left in the ball game. So Cheyenne trying to hang on to that number 1 seed, and now Mandan's got first down and all of New Salem on this one.
You'd be there tomorrow.
They fake it to Peel. Oh, they got a man. Frank was wide open at the 40. He beat his defender, and Carlson, if he puts it on the money, Frank might be gone for a touchdown.
Well, might for sure, but what he did, he threw, instead of throwing it up in the air and letting his guy run underneath it, he tried to throw a strike, and Frank jumped up. How frustrating is that? You got one ball thrown to you, and it was a penalty, so it didn't count.
Yep.
Now you're wide open on a third down play. What a great call, and you can't complete it. Was it first down?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I blew up. I guess
that's all right.
It was the third play.
It was the third play.
It was two penalties.
It was the third first down play. So you were partially right.
Jeez.
No worries.
That's all right. Hey, I like being corrected.
The second down and still a whole bunch for the Mandan Braves. Now they motion Jablonski into the backfield. Back to pass. They're looking for Frank again. He's got it again, and he heard footsteps coming. They went back to the exact same play.
Yeah, and he had over the top was Peyton McGregor, and he was steaming in. Frank said, nope.
Sorry.
I'm not doing that one. Not doing it. Not sticking the arms out. That one's going to be an incomplete pass.
A reminder, we'll have our Sport Clips MVP of the game after this one. Sport Clips will keep you looking your best. Check in online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. 2 locations, North and South Bismarck. That's Sport Clips.
You got a wig snap, Scotty.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Huh?
I got
a ball player cut.
They call that the ball player cut, Charlie.
They do.
Third down and still a whole bunch. 2:27 to go. Third quarter of play. Back to pass. Carlson, pressure on the backside. Good block. They throw it out. Swing it to Wiseman. Wiseman's got to do it on his own, and he's not going to do it. He's going to be brought down at the 16-yard line. And Mandan's going to have to punt the football. Logan Moore makes a stop there for
brings up 4th down.
Yeah, just a little
West Fargo.
A dump off, and safe play. You're up 3 or 4 touchdowns, and don't do anything crazy. Give it your back. Try to make him see if he can't do something. But a good play by the lineman Logan Moore of West Fargo, bringing him down. Just a short 3-yard gain.
So Tristan Ulmer on to punt it away, and I believe we are going to have a Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the floor. We are. Call Hubbard National Insurance today for all your personal and business insurance need. Timeout on the field on the BNC Bank scoreboard. A minute 52 to go. Quarter number 3. Mandan 34, West Fargo 6. Back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Well, Mandan now in a punt situation as McGregor goes back. He awaits the punt at his 42-yard line. He's dangerous. He can change this game in a real hurry. Snap. Here's a punt. Ooh, good kick. Drives McGregor.
Wow.
Oh, wow, all the way back. And that's going to go all the way down to the 18-yard line. Wow, was that a boomer by Tristan Ulmer, and McGregor couldn't return it.
65 yards, Scott.
Ooh,
Talk about a flip the field. Man, that's one of the plays of the game. Think of that one.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no question about that. Well, first down. Century got a first down. 5 minutes left.
That'd be a major upset.
So here come the Packers as Medina at quarterback. They go trips to the right, does the Packers. Medina back to pass, looks across the middle. He's got McGregor. That is Keaton McGregor, and he's ridden down at the 25-yard line.
Number 20.
Gain of 7 there, and they'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Packers.
Surprised they're not in like no huddle too.
Yep.
But you know, you got a new quarterback in there in Medina that I was looking. I think he was. I'll see his stats coming into this, but you know, hadn't thrown the ball a ton. Maybe less than 40 times.
Minute 15 to play in the ball game. Here's Medina on 2nd down and 3. He's rolling to his left, sets. He throws it over the top. It's going to be in and out of the hands at the 37-yard line of Peyton McGregor. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 to go for West Fargo.
That would have been a tough catch. The ball was thrown just a little bit high, but McGregor at 5'9" almost climbed the ladder to go up and get it.
Big play here for the Mandan defense. Tonight's game, well, we'll get to that here in a minute. Say hello to our folks at Planet Pizza.
Yeah, Minot people probably joining in.
Yep.
Listen to this one.
Handoff straight up the middle, and it's going to be a 1st down as that was on the carry, Leighton Hoffland. So some success there. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Has been proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. The largest laser tag playground in the region. Mouthwatering pizza and wings and the 30-inch galactic pizzas. They're out of this world. Call and order now, 852-1700. Planet Pizza is out of this world.
Yeah, stuck his head down and just bowled his way into a 1st down.
1st down and 10. Ball spotted on the 31-yard line of the Packers. Mandan shows blitz. Now they back off. They motion. Ooh. Yep. And I was going to say, as it appeared.
Somebody moved.
Yeah, somebody moved there.
That'll take it back 5 yards. Boy, in that Minot game, Shanley and Minot Rosberg, 384 and 4 touchdowns for the Deacons. The quarterback, he's a good one. The winner of this game, Scott, will play Shanley.
Yep.
If Mandan wins, it'll be here. If Packers win, it'll be in Fargo.
Got a text on incomplete sentences on Century game. Yeah, we probably were, but
what?
I don't know. I don't have any clue. I'm sure we'll find out about it. Century going to punt with 4:20 left in the ball game.
We're not opposed to taking some abuse.
Nope. Here's a flag. Another flag. No. Now we're going to try to hit bingo.
Oh yeah, another false start. Take her back 5 more.
5
Things
more.
have kind of came to a halt right now. It's a 6th penalty for 35 yards now for the Packers.
10 seconds left in quarter number 3. The clock's going to wind, and I don't think West Fargo is going to get this one off. No, they are not, as the clock's going to hit triple zeros, and that's going to take us into quarter number 4 here at the Starion Sports Complex. On the BNC Bank scoreboard, 3 quarters in the books. It's Mandan 34, West Fargo 6. Back with quarter number 4 after this timeout right here on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Well, we head to quarter number 4 here at the Starion Sports Complex. Chuck, you got a couple of final scores there for us, my friend?
Yeah, Shanley over Minot 42-14, we said, and then Davies over Legacy 35-7. So Davies moves on. They were the number 5 seed, and Shanley moves on. They're the number 3 seed. And it was still 20-8? Scott, in the Century game? Okay.
That's what we had there. So
was that was a full sentence? I got that one in?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Here comes another flag. Across the middle, they go to McGregor. Oh, McGregor, an acrobatic catch at the 45. He extended his body, went up and caught it, but hold the phone. A flag comes down back at the 21-yard line.
Oh, that's a hold. That's going to take away just a great play. We talked about Peyton McGregor being just such a great athlete. He went way up, came down with that one, got hit. And the West Fargo is staying at the original line of scrimmage, so I think they know. Oh, or they're talking to him. Talking to somebody there, which there's 2 officials in the West Fargo huddle and 2 over here in the Mandan.
So with 3:48 left in the Century game, Century gets the ball back on a sack and a fumble recovery. So it appears that Century is going to upset West Fargo Cheyenne for all intensive purposes as of right now, as they lead 20-8.
Maybe that's what he's talking about, the score and time remaining of the Century game, maybe.
Yeah, well, we just got it.
Mike, we think we got it for you, buddy. Thanks for listening.
As McGregor catches it across the middle at the 25 and gets himself up to the back near the original line of scrimmage, which is the 31-yard line, is just short at the 30.
Quarterback Medina, he just kind of wings it, slings it, kind of
Yeah,
almost going on his back foot, and a little sidearm.
Yep.
Good job of hitting McGregor over the middle.
So first
14-yard pickup.
Sorry, Chuck, 2nd down and 11 for the Packers from their own 30-yard line. Medina sends twins left, single receiver to his right. Ball spotted right hash. Medina hands off, and that's going to be Hoffland on the carry. A good gain there over the right side behind Moore and Lamb.
Yeah, that's a nice run by Hoffland. That's the time he saw a little fold block. He had 40, his left arm right on 40, stayed right with him, tucked in behind him, kind of a little draft, and picked up, 7, 8 yards.
So it'll be 3rd down and 3 to go for the Packers. Medina barks out the signal. Is he going to hand off? Hoffland going to his right. He's got room. He got the first down of Moore as he's across the 45 out to the 47-yard line.
Good hard blocking by the interior, but also by on the outside, Jesse Ramirez, the wide receiver on that side. He's the one of the flanker. He actually got a great block, allowed Hoffland to pick up that first down.
So 10:18 to go in the ball game. 34-6. Mandan with the lead on the BNC Bank scoreboard.
Thanks to our chain crew
as
tonight.
Medina on 1st down and 10. Medina back to pass, looking left. He's under pressure, and he's going to be brought down all the way back. Where are they going to spot it? At the 35, I do believe. Nope, the 36, and that's Brendan Hust. Brendan Hoost.
Hoost coming in as that right side, that right defensive end. We're kind of been good luck for that defensive end spot. McCoy, that Shanley game we did, he had a great game. Hoost has played well tonight. He just came in from the outside and big sack back, like an 11-yard sack to the 37.
Yep, big. So 2nd down and 20 for Packers, and it's going to be caught, and that is McGregor.
He's only 5'9", but
boy,
man, is he tough.
Boy, does he make some plays.
Doesn't he?
And that's all the way up to the 45-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 15.
3rd and 12 for the Packers.
3rd and 12. That is, math is correct. Clock winding down, 8:59 to play. Here's Medina again. Medina fakes the handoff, looking on the right across the middle. He's got McGregor 40, 35-30. He's gone. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown McGregor, and the Packers strike on a 45-yard touchdown pass. No, I'm sorry.
No, it was 6:55.
55. I'm sorry, 55-yard touchdown pass.
Slant play. They got the ball to him finally, and he had a little bit of a room, and he turned up, and he showed his wheels as he got into the end zone from about 20 yards out once he caught it. So that was a quick strike and an 82-yard drive for the Packers.
As McGregor gets him back on the board, makes it 34-12. Low snap, hold, kick is up. It appears good. No, the kick is no good. And so that will make it 34-13 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. 8:44 to play in this one. Mandan leads. Back with more from the Starring Sports Complex after this timeout on the PSP network.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
All right, reminder coming up at the conclusion of this one, we will have our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads post-game report. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads get filled up on the delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. And we give you another update from
back deep for the Braves.
And I tell you,
Century scores with 1:42 left. Chuck, they lead it 26-8.
She's over. You'll have a new AA football champion this year as
Yes,
West Fargo.
you will.
Cheyenne was the. Ooh, that was a onside.
What was that?
Got it.
Oh, and they got it.
Mandan's got to wake up right now. I mean, they got a 4-touchdown lead, but yet, or not, they got a 3-touchdown lead right now, but they have not played good this second half. And what a great kick by Hazelton and a recovery by the West Fargo Packers, and they got the ball again at the 49, Scott.
So it's 34-12, so hold the phone on this one. As you said, Chuck, you couldn't have said it any better. They've got to start. They got to wake up.
They need a wake-up call right now. Because it's this second half, the West Fargo has outplayed Mandan.
Here's Medina. He's going for the downs. He's got a man out there. It's McGregor caught at the 20 and brought down at the 15-yard line. That is Keaton McGregor, and they go for the downs and hit it. And look out, Mandan is in the Servpro red zone. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Servpro.
Well, the McGregor brothers, they are
tearing Mandan up in the second half.
Absolutely tearing Mandan up right now. That was a 36-yard catch.
Here's Medina on 1st and 10 inside the Servpro red zone. Medina rolling to his right. Sets, throws it underneath, and it's going to be incomplete at the 5, but we got a flag down, I do believe. Frank was on the coverage.
It was thrown right away, almost like it was a motion. Right when the play started.
Illegal formation on the
formation.
Yep,
there you
illegal
go.
formation.
5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
Haven't had that one tonight.
Told you.
No, we laugh.
Yeah. They're doing a good job, but it's just kind of a,
some funky penalties that we haven't seen tonight. We haven't heard in a while, and that one, illegal formation, officials saw it. I think it was probably they weren't lined up where the guy in the end should have been covering the tackle, and he wasn't.
So first down and 15 from the 19-yard line. Here's Medina. They hand off straight up the middle. And with all kinds of room, that is Leighton Hofflin over the left side, and he's back near the first down. He may have gotten it. No, they're going to say he's about a half a yard short.
Boy, just
and boy,
I mean, running so hard, Hofflin. That was a 14-yard pickup. As West Fargo's got some mojo right now.
Yes, they do. 7:48 to go. And Medina on second down and short. They hand off. Hofflin going left. He's got the first down.
Peel
So it'll be a first and goal. Yep.
Hoffman on the carry.
But
the first and goal.
West Fargo, I mean, it's not over. Clearly, West Fargo's going to have to, score 3 times in 7 minutes. But Mandan, they need to get the football back if West Fargo scores and get themselves back into their rhythm that was so well. They did so well that first half, scoring on 4 of 6 possessions.
First and goal to go. Hofflin stands right next to. He gets the ball straight up the middle, and he surges. He's going to be driven backwards.
Yep. Try to go in between against the big guys in the middle, and they make a stand. It's Bain, Gress, Hoost, Corbin.
Stop made by number
Well,
75,
the
Leland Deslett.
only issue right now that the Packers have is time is not in their favor. As the clock winds to 6:52 to play, so it'll be second down and goal to go. As Medina goes and gets a play from head coach Jay Gibson, brings it in, barks out the signals. And over the right side, and nothing happening there. Hofflin again on the carry. Nothing happening there.
They're going to that goal line defense. You got 6 men, down on a 4-point stance, and they are winning the battle at the line of scrimmage. No place for Hofflin to run. Stuffed them again right at the line of scrimmage.
Third down and goal to go now. Obvious 4-down territory for the Packers with 6 minutes to play in the ball game. Medina. He's going to keep it. They throw it out in the flat, caught and denied. That was Ramirez, brought down by Olhauser. So now it'll be 4th and goal to go from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, 2-yard pickup. I don't know who made the catch, Scott?
That was Ramirez.
Yeah, Ramirez, exactly.
Jesse Ramirez.
As Ramirez, and he was grabbed and pulled down right at the goal line.
So 4th down and goal to go. And Todd Sheldon wants a timeout, and we'll keep it right here as it's a Hub International Insurance timeout. Contact Hub International Insurance located at 4204 Boulder Ridge Road in Northwest Bismarck. Yes.
Patriots score, Scott. So 27-8, a minute 30 left in that game. What's Don Meredith singing?
Well, and final score is 27-8. It is final.
Okay, there we go.
27-8 as Century goes down on the road and upsets the defending state champions 27-8.
Number 1 ranked. So they will stay. They'll stay right there and they'll play Davies in Fargo next week.
The Century Patriots have defeated the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs 27-8.
So Century, that sets up a Century and Davies matchup next Friday night. The winner of that will move to the Dakota Bowl.
Well, the thing about the Patriots is they were picked number 2 in the West region, right? I mean,
what did they say? Anytime you want to be playing your best football is at the end of the year. Isn't that what Darren Mattern says about
I think he says
playing
that,
basketball?
Right?
Here we go.
Hey, Chuck, it's only the first game of the year.
Yeah, 4th down and goal to go. They throw a quick pass and
Medina's pass falls incomplete.
Incomplete, and Mandan holds. That intended receiver was McGregor. Lots of traffic in that area. I thought
Frank,
McGregor initially caught it.
Yeah, so did I. Frank was right there, Scott. Kind of got in from behind, was able to knock the ball away. So a big play by Tri Frank.
So Mandan will take it over on downs with 5:22 to play in this one. But they've got to go. They're going to have it deep in their own territory. So they're going to have to try to run something, give them a little bit of room where they can operate. Reminder, we're going to have our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads, post-game report. Also, we'll have our Sportclits MVP of the game and our jobbers moving and storage move of the game. Here's Carlson, excuse me.
That's all right.
They motion.
Jeez, we got some whistles.
Yeah, and now
Todd Sheldon not happy. As somebody didn't know the play.
Yeah, somebody didn't, I think, and he's talking to his tight end here. As he would.
Yeah, it was 48.
That was Tristan Ulmer.
Yeah, Ulmer
He was lined up on the left side, and then they brought him over to the right side. That's another Hubbard National Insurance timeout on the field as Hub is a leading North American insurance brokerage. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air has over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts. As the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal, there's no other choice to seal your heating and air game other than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com. 5:22 to go in this one. The winner will take on Fargo Shanley. If it's Mandan, it will be here. And if it's West Fargo, it will be at Fargo Shanley. They throw it out quickly. Here's Frank. He catches it, breaks a tackle at the 20. Caught at the 15, and they throw a quick strike to try Frank. That gives them a little bit of breathing room. First down, move the chains.
How about that call? That's a ballsy call there by head coach Sheldon, and I like it. Everybody expecting them in the box to run it with Lincoln Wiseman and get some yardage, and instead you throw it to the outside to try Frank.
And now I think we're going to have – no, we're not, as that was just an injured West Fargo Packer player heading towards the sidelines.
First catch of the night by Try Frank.
Reminder, tomorrow we'll be back with you from Holstein country as the Storm from Grant County Flasher travel up to take on the Holsteins. Also, you can find Velva Drake, Animus Garrison playing host to Dickinson Trinity. Here's Wiseman coming to near side, cuts back inside, breaks a tackle. Look out, 30, 35, 40. He's on midfield. It's a foot race. 40, and still on his feet and run out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Stands up, signals first down. Yes, young man, it is. And just like that, Mandan is in West Fargo territory.
52-yard gallop for Lincoln Wiseman. So the pass loosens him up, and then you go right back to your horse, and he picks up 52 for you. 23 carries for 235 yards for the All-Stater.
As Wiseman and Frank come to the sideline.
Yeah, I think they're done. I think you can take your helmets off, boys. You ain't going back in.
Yep, as Carlson comes back in the sideline with the play. Jablonski out of the game as well. Carlson still in at quarterback.
He'll be handing it off, Scott. I don't see him running the football, do you?
Nope, I do not. And they hand off, and that was Dylan Geiger on the handoff.
I don't know if he's got any carries this year. If he has, not very many. As Geiger he came in as the fullback position.
In the ball game as well for Mandan. Jensen Schultz in there, a 5'11 sophomore at the wide receiver spot. Carlson still running the quarterback spot.
You know, Century, that Patriot, they started the season 0-5, remember?
Yeah, they had. Yes, they did.
I mean, this is like, 8 times in a row they've been in the semifinals, something like that.
Second down and 8 to go. Carlson, hands off. That's Johnson.
Notice 2 hands over the football, Scotty.
He did this time.
Ball control. He didn't have the Chuck Foreman bread loaf. He had 2 hands over the top of it.
He wasn't carrying it like Sweetness carried it.
No,
after that touchdown was taken away from him, as he had it knocked out of his hands as the clock winds to 3:25. Mandan just content to keep this thing on the ground.
Oh, geez, I should have been standing up sometime earlier than just now.
You get a little stiff.
I got to get I got to get the legs moving.
Got to get the getaway sticks in motion.
The getaway. It ain't very fast, I can tell you that.
Here's Carlson. Now they motion to the Mandan Braves. Play clock down to 3. Handoff Johnson. He tried to reverse his direction as he was stood up initially, going right. And he's going to lose a yard, so it'll bring up 4th down.
Do you try to kick a field goal here? No? Don't give it a shot? No, it'd be like adding insult to injury when you're up by 22?
Yeah,
probably not.
Probably not. I think you just select to keep it on the ground. He's going to kick one.
He is, and you know what? You never know when a field goal is going to be something in this.
That's true.
So I don't know. I like it. That's a good call by the coach. It's going to be a 40-yarder or 39-yarder for Alex Wagner.
See if he's going to have to use a timeout as the play clock drips down to 9.
Alex Wagner in to attempt the 39-yard field goal.
Play clock at 4. Here's a snap, hold. Kick is up, and that's going to be wide left, as he was pretty accurate as he hit the pylon in the back of the end zone.
Pretty accurate.
So the 39-yard field goal is wide left, and the Packers will take over with 2:16 left to play here in the contest. Hey, Chuck, why don't you grab that wireless?
Should we see if it works? You don't mean to go down?
Let's just make sure. Let's mute you here.
What do you think? Are we working?
Yeah, how about that?
We're working, big fella?
Yep.
All right, works beautiful.
Sounds clean as a whistle there, fella.
I suppose I can start my jaunt.
Oh, yeah. You might watch. I'll call you a lift to get back up here.
Like a forklift?
Here we go. First down and 10. Oh, a little misdirection. Oh, they're going to do the hitch it. And they find Scary. He catches it. Oh, and he dropped it at midfield.
Oh, what a good throw.
And they had a reverse going and a reverse pass, and McGregor found Scary at midfield, and he dropped it.
For Scary, ball's incomplete.
As he got behind the defense, goes incomplete with 2:09 to play.
And he was way behind. He was 10 yards behind on that one. 23 passes, or 22 for 206 yards and 2 touchdowns for Medina. And he started out 0 of 5 and 2 interceptions. So it's a good kind of debut for him coming into next season because he will be the odds-on starter for the Packers.
Yep, 34-12 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Mandan appears they're going to move on. And they throw the slant pass, and it's going to be caught and turning upfield for the Packers. Excuse me, Alex McElroy.
For number 12, Alex
Oh,
McElroy.
got a bug there. Be a first down.
For the Braves, that
Clock stops with 2:02 to play.
Packer first down.
Packers have it first down at 10 now from the 36-yard line. Medina fumbles the snap, picks it up. Now he makes something happen, and the ball. Oh, boy, that was hot potato there.
Right through the hands of McElroy.
Right,
Should have
yep.
caught it, and then it hit the Mandan defender, which he was looking to hit McElroy, and Tevin Church went, wow. That one I could have had an INT.
Clock stops with 1:42 to play.
It'll be second down and 10 for the Packers.
So second down and 10 for the Packers. And Jay Gibson has pulled his starters as well. They fake the handoff. Medina on the move, and he just throws it towards the sideline and over the head of the intended receiver. That was
Pass intended for number 86.
Alex Wetterline.
Ball's incomplete. Be third down and 10 for the
So it'll be third down and 10. Pass, or the clock stops on the incompletion. So it appears Mandan is headed for another date with Fargo Shanley right back here next Friday night at the Starion Sports Complex. Medina throws it far side. Oh, he throws it over the head of the intended receiver that time. That was McElroy again, so that'll bring up a fourth down for the Packers. As Chuck Claremont will make his way down to the field, we'll have some post-game interviews. And certainly Mandan, I'm guessing Todd Sheldon's not going to be real pleased about his team in this second half, as West Fargo certainly has outplayed Mandan in this second half here. And they've got to clean some things up because Shanley, boy, they just laid it on Minot High tonight. So Shanley headed back out here to avenge a loss early in the season, and they throw it out, and it's going to be caught, and it'll be enough for a first down.
Medina's pass complete
to Ian Scary on the reception.
Packer first down. Devin Church on the
Clock stops with 1:26 to play. This last 2 minutes, it feels like it's taken about 35.
Stop for the Braves.
First down and 10 for the Braves from their own 48-yard line. They throw it out. Scary catches it again, makes a move across the 45, and he's rattled down at the 40-yard line.
Scary on the reception.
Clock will stop again. 1:03 to play. Be enough for a first down. They reset the chains. Ball spot at the 41 of the Braves. And the Packers going to the aerial attack here. But it's going to be just a little too late. Down to 49 seconds. Low snap. Medina back to pass. Throws it sideline, and it's going to be caught but out of bounds on the reception there. Was Tony Leal, the 215-pound, 6'5", 215-pound junior. So it'll be second down and 10, 41 seconds to play in the ball game. As Medina comes to the line of scrimmage again out of the pistol. He's got two receivers right, single receiver left. Fakes the handoff, sets, throws far sideline, caught. Scary 30, 25, and out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Clock stops with 35 seconds. So the Packers trying to punch another one in here to make this somewhat respectable here. But again, as we said, I feel that they outplayed Mandan in this second half as Mandan came out ablazing in that first half and figured they're going to run away with this one. But that was not the case in the second half. There's McElroy. He catches it, turns it upfield, heads towards the goal line, and he's going to be stopped short as they stop the clock on the completion.
Colton Egley on the stop.
So it'll be first and goal to go now for the Packers. From the 1-yard line. Clock starts. Handoff over the left side and into the end zone for the Packers. That's Max Foul. From 1 yard out. With 21 seconds to go. And the Packers will elect to go for 2 here as it try to make it 34-20. Medina back to pass. He throws it, and it's going to be 2-point conversion is going to be no good. 21 seconds left to play in the ball game on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Mandan 34, Packers 18. Back to the Starring Sports Complex after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Well, a 1-yard touchdown run by Max Foul makes it 34-18, and we'll see if the Packers are going to onside kick this one with just 21 seconds left to play. No, they're going to kick it deep. And is it going to get in? Nope, it's got to be returned. That's Olhauser with it. And Olhauser is going to be brought down at the 10-yard line as 5 seconds runs off the clock. It's going to be one snap. And the Mandan Braves are going to move on to the state semis next Friday night as they will play host to the Deacons from Fargo Shanley right here at the Starion Sports Complex. And I believe Carlson, no, is he still in there?
Ladies and gentlemen, on your way out of the building tonight, we'd ask you please help in keeping the stadium clean.
New quarterback in there for Mandan. That is Ryder Peel. Takes a snap, takes a knee, and that is going to do it as the Mandan Braves are going to win this one by a score of 34-18, and they will move on to take on the Fargo Shanley Deacons. West Fargo will end their season at 4-6 overall as we take a timeout And we enter our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads post-game report. Your final score, Mandan 34, West Fargo 18. We'll be back with our planning team financial Shots Crossroads report after this timeout on the PSP network.
Hi, I'm Agent Simon Servpro with CRSF. What is CRSF? We're the Cleanup and Restoration Special Forces.
Hoorah!
We're Servpro's first responders to your property's disaster. Admit it, you're no good at handling disaster alone. Like when you got dumped in high school by Janet Fillmore. She married 3-time world champion yodeler Jovan Bovic. With the Janet disaster, you didn't have a team. Now, you have a team. Elite Servpro operatives, highly trained in disaster cleanup and restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call Servpro.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both a past with down-home customer service in-house and a future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Yeah, welcome back to the Starion Sports Complex and our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game report. Hey, planning team financial advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Mandan wins it 34-18, and they will move on to the state semis, and they will host Fargo Shanley next Friday. Game time will be to be determined in that one. In other 2A football action, a big upset out in West Fargo as Century, the 8 seed, goes on the road and knocks off the defending state champions 27-8, and they advance to the state semis for the 8th consecutive year. And they will travel down to take on Fargo Davies, who came out to the capital city and knocked off Legacy 35-7, and that game time to be determined as well. We can give you one final score that we have in the 11A side. It was North holding off Valley City on a 4-touchdown effort by Peter Haugo, and they defeat Valley City by a score of 30-28. Jamestown was leading Grand Forks Central, and I believe South was leading Dickinson at the last report, and hopefully we can get those final scores to you if they go final before we get off the air. here tonight as Chuck has made his way down to the playing field, and he's going to try to get a few words from head coach Todd Sheldon, also a player or two. So what a good effort tonight. Jay Gibson just undermanned here tonight, battling a lot of injuries, had some young men injured in the contest, but another valid effort as his team will end their season at 4-6. And Mandan, Mandan will improve their record to an 8-2 mark, and they keep their season alive as they will get themselves set this upcoming week, for the state semifinals. And I believe right now Chuck Claremont is down on the field, and he's got a couple of guests waiting as Mandan has come out of their team huddle. And he's got a couple of guests right now, and let's go down on the field and Chuck Claremont. Chuck, take it away.
Scott, I got all three of the big four down here. First of all, Lincoln Wiseman, what a game for you, 200-plus yards, 3 touchdowns. You guys came out and made a statement in your first 3 drives of the night, 3 touchdowns rushing, and it had to be something you wanted to establish right away.
Yeah, we knew their starting middle linebacker, Josh Ballstead, was going to be out, so he's a good player, so we wanted to put the ground game to use. You know, we've had success in the past, so we knew it was going to work this game too.
You know, and for you guys, I mean, whether it's passing, whether it's rushing, 470 yards of offense, that kind of seems to be your ticket this year, offense.
Yeah, our offense is so powerful. There's so many weapons everywhere on the field. You know, there's me, Try, Max, Carson, and then our O-line is so good. Like, I can't stress enough how much those guys do their job good.
Coach only. No, I'm sorry about that. And you're right, O-line, it was so big tonight. You see, toss left, toss right. You guys are running that play time and time again tonight, and it came up big all the time.
Yeah, it worked very well. You know, that's probably our most successful play of all time. You know, we use that a lot of the times in the game. Pulling guard, it works every time. None of those backers can really stand our big boys when they're on the pole. So
great job tonight. Big one against Shanley next week. Good luck. All right, step in here, Carson. For you, they went to you early and often. I mean, you had over 100 yards in the first half, and a big day for you. I heard you got tweaked the hammy a little bit. Give me a little update on that. How you feeling?
It's a lot better. I felt like a cramp, but I think it was just a cramp. So okay. I'm chilling now.
Well, that's good. And the Mandan people are probably happy, too, about that one. But it wasn't just offensively tonight, because you had a big matchup on the defensive side against Peyton McGregor, and that was something you were probably cherishing.
Yeah, McGregor's a hell of a player. He's quick. It was hard to guard him, but he's a good player.
You know, and you know, for you, Lincoln, is it the run setting up the pass? Is it the pass setting up the run, or who cares, right?
Yeah, I think it's equally. Like, when Lincoln does his thing, they're looking at him, and then they kind of ignore me for a little bit.
Rematch next week against Shanley.
I think it's been a good one. I think we can beat them. I think we just got to stop the pass and do our thing.
If you do what you did this week, you'll have a great chance. Good luck.
For sure. Thank you.
All right, Max. Great game tonight. Hey, first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Right? And that's thanks to your aunt and uncle, Terry and Jake. Geez, hello. Your uncle, how do I lose his name? Anyway, your uncle and aunt told me it was your birthday, but yeah. You played a great game tonight, and you got to be proud of how you played. And you came out and had, whether you were handing the ball off, but to me the big thing, you hit Carson right away in the first quarter and got things going.
Yep, that was big just to get everything rolling, get the passing game and running game opened up.
You feel like the nerves are nowhere. You're just this calm guy right now, and the one play specifically I want to talk about is you got a 4th down play. The ball was snapped over your head or by you. You missed it, but you calmly went back, got the football, hit Carson. You pick up the 1st down. I mean, where are your nerves in this?
You just got to shut them out, or else if you get too nervous out there, you can't play at 100%.
You know, and for you, there were some run plays too tonight, and for you, and we talk about the toughness. How much does it help having 2 brothers that played quarterback for Mandan and 2 older brothers, probably picking on little brother as well?
Yeah, it helps a lot. They teach you everything they know, and one of them's coaching, so he's my quarterback coach when he's not at college, and just really helps.
And I'm going to guess that having somebody that close to you can give you a lot of insight. I mean, growing up with these guys, looking in the shadow of them, you had to be something you looking forward to as saying, when can I get to be a senior and be in that position?
Yeah, I always watched them on Friday nights out in the stands, and I just dreamed about this day for a long time.
You got some fans right here. How awesome is that? And for you next week, big matchup against Shanley. It's going to take a Herculean effort like it was tonight to get another win against those guys.
Yeah, we beat them the first time, but they're not a bad team, and we need to come out, play 100% every play, every drive, and hopefully we can beat them.
Congratulations. Happy birthday again, buddy. Have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Where's Coach? Coach, step in. Congratulations. Your first home playoff win in a while, or I don't know, surely on this field.
Yeah.
And you guys came out and just kind of punched them in the mouth right away running the football, and you established that run game, but yet the passing game was equally as effective, 470 yards plus offense. You had to be pleased how you played offensively.
Our front five guys, again, just came out and dominated. Watching our guards get out and pull and hit people in space and just be real physical is I'm glad I'm not taking any of those blocks. I know a couple other kids took some shots.
You continue to run that play where you pulled those guards, and they did such a great job, whether it was turning guys in, blocking them out, and having the confidence, having guards like that, setting up plays like that as a coach. Easy to call that toss play.
Very easy to call it. Like, let's see, give the ball to Wiseman and run behind Gress and Bame. That doesn't sound real hard at all. I don't have a tough job.
Well, you definitely have a tough job, and you got great athletes across the ball, whether it's offense or defense. And the second half, a little bit of a letdown, but when you had such a big lead in the first half, it's hard to play with that lead sometimes.
We try to rotate a bunch of kids in and get some kids some opportunities, and there's some wrinkles that they throw in there that maybe our second guys don't get as many looks at, and that makes it tough on those kids. They have to make plays on just pure athleticism versus a game plan. So I think our kids adjusted as well as we went on, and I feel good about how our kids played.
So setting it up the game next week, Fargo Shanley will be right back here. It'll be a rematch early in the season where you guys played one of your best games of the season to beat Shanley. It's going to take that again to get that effort again to beat the Shanley Deacon team.
Yeah, absolutely. Our defense played outstanding against Shanley that first time around. Our offense had some good things going on in the first half, and then we kind of sputtered through the second half. But I think making adjustments as we have throughout the year will help us in that aspect. I feel good about that matchup too, but they're an explosive team, and we're going to have to be ready to play against them. I know, though, they were hesitant to run their quarterback the first time we played. I don't see why that kid's not going to carry the ball 10, 15 times this time.
Well, we had almost 400 yards and 4 touchdowns tonight, so he probably throw it a few times too.
Yeah, that might happen too, yeah.
Well, congratulations, Coach. Good luck next week. Hopefully we'll get the game. We don't know if we will. If we don't, we're going to be here rooting for you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Great job. That was Coach Sheldon. Scotty, and I had to get 3 of the big 4. They played great tonight. It was happy birthday, Max, tonight. I forgot his uncle's name, Shane Weaver. Hello. I had too many names in my head. Back up to you, big guy.
All right, I just wonder if you're going to get about 4 more of them that we could talk to at the but nonetheless, congratulations to the Mandan Braves as they win this one 34-18. Our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads report rolls on with more after this timeout. The Braves move on to the state semis. Back with more from the Starry Sports Complex right here on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Well, welcome back to the Starry Sports Complex. As in our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame report, this one has gone final as Mandan wins it 34-18, and they will move on to the state semifinals. Let's update you on what we have and what we have coming up here on the PSP network. As Whoops, here we go. We'll get her. We'll get her all figured out here on all this. Oh, we got that highlighted. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. But nonetheless, as coming up will be 34-18. You see our final score. What's happened thus far this evening? Century defeats West Fargo Cheyenne 27-8, and Davies takes on Legacy. Davies defeats Legacy 35-7. So Century and Davies will do battle next week in Fargo, and at Fargo Davies. Mandan over West Fargo 34-18, the game you just heard. And Fargo Shanley big over Minot 42-14. So it'll be Mandan and Shanley right back here next Friday night. And Century and Davies, those two, the winners of those two, well, they will meet for the state title in the Fargo Dome. We can give you updates on the upper half, the 11A side of the bracket. It was Fargo South over Dickinson 38-12. And it was Fargo North going on the road and knocking off Valley City by a score of 30-28. So that sets up a crosstown rivalry in the state semis as Fargo South will take on Fargo North in one semifinal game. Last report that Jamestown was defeating Grand Forks Central, and have not seen an update on Red River and Wapaton in that one. And Chuck, how we doing on those final game numbers there, big fella? You got them all done?
More how are we doing from running the stairs.
From breathing?
From breathing. I had to get 3 guys. It was Max Carlson's birthday.
Well, I was wondering if you can get the offensive line, too.
I should have. I missed them, too. And then, hey, he didn't tell me. He wouldn't tell me his uncle's name. I just blanked out.
Yeah, he kind of left you hanging.
Shane, I knew that. I tell Terry, and he looked at me like, okay.
He hung you out.
Help me out, Max. Help me out. It's your uncle anyway.
Take a look at those final game numbers for us.
Enough. Quit talking, right? For the West Fargo, these are a little incomplete since I missed kind of the part of that last drive. But rushing, it was Hofflin with 60 yards on 16 carries. Tyler Porter had 11 on 4 carries. Scary had 6 yards. And then passing, it was lots of throwing. Brady Medina had 2 interceptions early, but then he finished with, I've got him about 290 yards, Scott. I think there was 64 yards, pretty much all passing when I went downstairs from when they scored. And so, anyway, about 290 yards there. So for the Mandan Braves, it was 23 carries for 235 for Lincoln Wiseman. He had 3 touchdowns, 64 yards, 5 yards, and 2 yards. Peel had 4 carries for 8. Jace Johnson had 3 for 25. Carlson had a carry for 7. Geiger had a carry for 2. And then Carlson had a really good night throwing the football. 9 of 13, 189. 1 interception, had 2 touchdowns, an 85-yarder and a 24-yarder. And Carson Jablonski, big night for him. 5 catches, 159, 2 touchdowns, an 85 and 24. Tri Frank had a catch for 20. White Peel had 1 for 5. Olhauser had 1 for 3. And Lincoln Wiseman had 1 for 3. Team stats. Mandan, 32 rushes, 277. Packers, 22 for 81. 189 yards passing for Mandan, 286 for the Packers. So 45 plays for Mandan for 465, so big night. Packers finish was 367, but when I was down in the field, I was talking to some of the guys. Mandan played a lot of young kids that second half. And, not that the stats are not accurate, but ultimately just they played against a lot of second-teamers, and so that was good. I think it was good for those kids to get in the football game. And then good news, a concern initially was Jablonski had came out with a hamstring, that he had tweaked his hamstring, and as you heard there in the interview, he said, I'm okay. I'll be all right. So
he's tough.
Big game, Packers offensively, and they played great defensively up until the second half when, again.
All right, Chuck. Well, we got to give out a couple awards here. Let's start with our Jobbers Moving and Storage Move the Game. They focus on the details of the process without ever losing sight of the big picture. Their efficient step-by-step approach to move management keeps everyone on the same page. Locations in Bismarck, Minot, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Find them online at jobberswarehouse.com. Your move of the game tonight, Chuck.
Okay, Tristan, as much as I want to go with the punt, I can't go with the punt, okay? He had a 67-yard punt, 65-yard punt, pretty amazing big punt, but you got to go with the Carson Jablonski 85-yard touchdown catch. How can you not? As a great throw by the quarterback, Max Carlson, he catches it, and then he shows his speed, outruns the defense about 40 yards into the end zone, so that's our Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game.
Well, and then we've got to give out a Sport Clips MVP of the game. Sport Clips brings you the MVP of this matchup. Sport Clips is the home of the MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips. Tonight, Sport Clips game MVP is?
Well, Lincoln Wiseman, how do you not go there?
Yeah.
I'd like to give it to the offensive line, right? But you can't give it to all of them. And Lincoln Wiseman, 23 carries, 235, 3 touchdowns. He got it going with a 64-yard touchdown run on the second play of the game, and he did not let up the rest of the way. So our Sport Clips MVP of the game is Lincoln Wiseman.
Well, that's going to do it here tonight for us. As you can see, an upcoming what's taking place tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We'll have a couple for you in the PSP Network, Grant County and New Salem Elmont, and then Dickinson Trinity at Velvet Drake, Animus Garrison. Those are 9-man matchups. We'll have all that for you as well coming up tomorrow right here on the PSP Network. As far as our coverage is concerned on the 2A side next week, well, we will not know that until Monday after all the media has made their decisions as to what games are going to cover. But stay tuned to our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, all of it, our website. We'll have all that for you coming up as to what coverage we will have on the 2A side. I want to thank all of our sponsors, BNC National Bank, Shields, Hubbard National, Servpro, Planet Pizza, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, UPS Store, Jersey Mike's, Press with Orthodontics, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Premier Chiropractic, also Planning Team, Financial Advisors, and Shots Crossroads, Sport Clips and Jobbers, and all those other ads you see run throughout the broadcast tonight. Big thanks to those people. Big thanks goes out to Johnny Samuelson, standing out in that weather conditions, running the camera. Did a great job as he does each and every time. Also, Brandon Beater back in the studios of the PSP Network. Repeating our final score here from Mandan on the BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Mandan 34, West Fargo 18. For Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey saying so long from the Starion Sports Complex.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.